Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Now, are we live? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the party. There you go. Oh no, I forgot to bring up the welcome to the party thing. I have it right here. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Oh boy. All right. Welcome to the party. It is a group dedicated to creating an inclusive and equitable gaming community where people can come and learn how to stream, play games on stream, and then we give them a place to do it, like what I'm doing right now. We have sponsors. Our first sponsor is Devin Rue, who is an incredible artist who makes like the best fantasy maps. You can find her work at rueinc.com. I have one of the maps, and they are like awesome. It is the best. Tabletop Loot is another sponsor. Sponsor. They make dice, shirts, mugs, all kinds of stuff. You can find their work at tabletoploot.com. If you need some new dice, check it out. And there is, of course, So Nerdware, which is the official merch sponsor for Welcome to the Party. You can use the code WELCOME at checkout to like get 10% off the next thing that you buy. And they have just a lot of it's like t-shirts and shit, right? Don't they have t-shirts of some of the stuff that's happened in game?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, which is awesome. And they have a slogan. Thruck, what's that slogan? What's that great slogan?
Wait, for So Nerdware?
Yeah.
Oh, I do. It's So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear.
Ooh. Love it. Rolls right off the tongue.
Chocolatey. Yeah.
Smooth and chocolatey.
It's like melted butter.
Stop. There is also a Patreon if you like Welcome to the Party. There is a Patreon, and it is the best way to support the channel and the ongoing work. There, if you become a patron, you can expect interviews with players, mods, and DMs, behind-the-scenes looks at games from art to notes, and you'll help us in our goal to be able to underwrite amazing writers, artists, and creators from across the gaming universe as we try to create a showcase of their amazing work here on the channel. It's Patreon Welcome Party RPG is what it is. You guys probably put it in there, right? And then, of course, there's a Discord. If you like this, join the Discord. It's a cool place full of really cool people. They're all very chill and very welcoming, as the name would suggest. Alrighty then. Now that I opened up 6 other documents I don't need by accident, we are playing Blades in the Dark tonight. Welcome back. This is our 4th session? This is our 5th session. I knew that right off the top of my head. With our amazing group, we are a man down tonight. Unfortunately, Death by Mage cannot join us, but I'm sure they will be back soon. We will miss Victor. God rest his soul. He will die tonight. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't die. Maybe. So let's go around the room and meet the rest of the scoundrels that we will be playing with tonight. Starting with Kay. Tell us about yourself. Who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Kay. I will be playing Scarlet, aka the Hound. Well, yeah, Scarlet is the yeah.
Scarlet, and you are the Hound.
Yeah, are the Hound.
Yeah. And Crystal?
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. I am playing Ebony Whisper.
Speaker of ghosts. And Throck?
Hey, what's up? I'm Throck. You can call me Sean or Throck. I'm playing Grimalkin, the Weaver of Webs, known as the Spider.
And Kevin?
Hello, I'm Kevin, and I will be playing Sparrow, a lurk with a haunted past.
More like you're pretty haunted now. You just got possessed last session. Speaking of last session,
And that's in the past.
the last time that's true. The last time we played Blades in the Dark, our team, realizing that they are hunted now by the new gang leader, who replaced the gang leader that they murdered, John Irons, they needed help from the mimes in order to slow John's acquisition of information, slowing his ability to find them in this city. The mimes are what does that. In order to do it, to pay the mimes who are very expensive, they did a job for the mimes for free. This led them to go to a house. Should have been a simple job. Simply steal an old knife from an old dilapidated house. Their house had been taken over by a couple of ruffians who were using it as sort of a fight club to train for pit fighting. And our team decided to, what's the best way you guys would describe it? Scooby-Doo them? I think Scooby-Doo them is
we Scooby-Doo the crap out of them.
Oh, yeah, we did.
the ever-loving hell out of these pit fighters, which was a much more efficient way than going in and fighting them out, what I think was great. So our team dressed, Grimulkin dressed as a spooky ghost. Victor set up a bunch of like booby traps and stuff, like haunted house gadgets. They were able to, Kay dressed as one of the fighters, and Crystal raised the ghost. But upon raising the ghost, Ebony realized, the ghost told Ebony that the house was already haunted. And then the team had to deal with an actual ghost of a small child named Maddie, who wanted the knife for herself and used it to try to turn another ghost evil. Did so. Oh, right, and she possessed the shit out of you, Sparrow.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Well, you kind of, yeah.
I opened that door.
Yeah, in order to find and get the job done, Sparrow needed to let this ghost possess her, and she did, and it was bad. And but at the end, Sparrow was able to fight off the ghost and kind of cast her out with her own spirit mask, as everybody was sort of scaring the shit out of the other ghost. And then they fled the house as it began to shake and as screams began to rip through the walls. And Grimulkin was able to escape with a pretty gross, weird painting that he can probably sell because he refused to leave that job without making at least some coin out of it, which I respect. So he, painting overhead, ran out, and you all were able to escape the house as it rumbled and screamed, and as Maddie threw basically a temper tantrum, and as you all exited onto the street, the house stood still. No real signs of law enforcement were on their way. Shitty area. The people in there were pretty shitty, so odds are nobody reported a haunting in that house. They all just bailed. So you guys are pretty good as of right now. No one's hauling ass towards you. I assume we go back to hideout? What do you guys want to do?
Well, we should probably drop the knife off first. I don't want that in our possession for any longer than we have to have it.
Yeah, no, the sooner we get rid of it, the better.
Yes,
and we promise them speedy delivery.
The ivory handled knife, now that you kind of look at it, ivory handled with silver sort of inlay, and the blade itself is caked in old dry blood. Still. So, you're bringing it back to the mimes and completing the job? Cool, then we'll do the payout. So you arrive to the Tabernacle Theater. You get inside, and it's just as easy and kind of just as abandoned as it was before. And on stage, as you walk in, all the lights are on this time. It's not pitch black. And you can see that there is a bozo standing there, and he's kind of tapping his foot. And there is another mime kind of standing across from him, and one chair just in the middle of the whole stage. And he goes, "Move it over there." And the one mime runs over and grinds the chair, like could lift it, but just grinds it across the stage. Uncomfortably long amount of time, an uncomfortable screeching noise, and then stops. He goes, "Bring it back." And it grinds across the stage again. And you're all obviously there, like right in front of him. Like he could definitely see you. Well, hello there. And he walks away from you to the far left side of the stage where the chair now is, and sits in it, and looks at you from like far across the stage. "Did you find the knife?"
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. Bring it on over here.
I walk over.
Okay, you walk over. Are you on the stage or still below it?
I will. How close is the chair to the edge of the stage?
You could hand it to him, but you'd have to like and like reach, kind of up and like hand it to him.
I think I'm gonna do that. I would not go up on the stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's standing there excited, folding his little gloved hands together, full mime outfit. Thank you. And he reaches over and pulls it up.
You're
And
very
he's-
welcome.
His face gets sort of serious as he inspects it. This appears to be the one. At least I hope so. I think the client will be most appreciative. And he just sort of hands it to the stagehand, essentially, the other mime, who carries it on a little napkin and walks off stage with it. Well then, now as we previously agreed, I believe that I pay you nothing for this job and instead help you with a bit of a problem you have, correct?
That is correct.
Well, that's excellent. I can do that, no problem whatsoever. So essentially, because of what you've just done, I can slow John Irons' ability to find you. Let's say there was like an imaginary clock, right? And let's say there was like 4 knobs on this clock and like 3 of them were full and John Irons was like super close to murdering everyone. I could take away all 3 and make him start all over again. Isn't that cool?
Well, that would be just lovely. Thank you.
Well, okie dokie then. So I could do that as soon as Evan figures out how to work these fucking clocks. He's fucking forgetting how to do.
All you gotta do is right-click on it and then choose side.
Choose side. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Bam. And with that, you can consider John Irons' search for you as long as none of your friends or family turns you in for some reason. It should be very difficult for him to find you.
That is excellent, and I hope this only acts as an entree to future business between us, my friend.
Oh, I hope so as well. You are all lovely people, lovely people. Is Sparrow there, or is Sparrow still not there? You're muted right now, by the way.
Sparrow wants to see what the mimes look like,
Okay.
but is going to go in wearing the mask.
Okay, no problem. Throck, are you still dressed like a spooky ghost?
No,
Okay.
I definitely would have changed.
Now then, I'm sure I'll hear all about your exploits when my scouts come in, but I'm sure it was very exciting.
Oh, it was incredibly exciting.
Very good. Well, then with our business concluded, tell me, would you like me to make sure people know that this was you, or make sure people don't know that this was you?
I look at everyone else. So here's my question. Is people knowing that it was us going to impede your ability to help us fulfill the original bargain?
No.
Then yes.
The only people that it might piss off is maybe law enforcement, maybe.
Nah.
But you will get rep for it. Mechanically speaking, the game statistics, I will give you rep, but there may be a little bit.
Yes. I spread it far and wide.
Well, that's very good. Well, then I shall make sure that I do not take the credit for this one.
It is obliged.
Very good. And he
Anything
just
else?
stares.
All right, I guess we shall take our leave then.
As you all begin to walk away, you get halfway down the theater, and he goes, "One more thing!" And he yells it to you. And he waves for you to walk all the way back.
Carla's just gonna look at the group like you're kidding, right?
I walk back.
Well, thank you. I love your mask. Is it made of bone?
Yes.
Spooky! Anywho, what I wanted to say was, your issue with John Irons, if you want, throw a little bit more coin my way. Just 2 coin this time, not per person. Just 2 coin total. I can give you a magic bullet. Not a literal magic bullet. He would kill you so fast. What I mean is, I could give you essentially his weakness, his Achilles heel, his kryptonite. What the hell's that? I've never read Superman. This is a very crazy made-up world. I could give you his weakness.
His mistletoe.
I'm not sure if that applies, but I do like it. Oh, mistletoe, like Boulder from Viking lore. Yes, that was very, very obscure, and I appreciate it. I did play God of War 4, and it was fantastic. Anyway, I could give you the ability to... Now, it wouldn't be right away, but this information, if investigated and found, you would be able to perhaps be able to get John Irons off your back.
I look around at the group. 2 coin. Thoughts?
You can always try to kill him, but the last time John Irons went on a tear, well, the whole city kind of paid for it. Well, not the whole city, but 30 people.
Actually, how about I have something I believe is worth 2 coin and maybe right up your alley.
Do tell.
And I pull out from, like, it was just sitting on, like, in a couple of chairs. I just
Did
go,
you carry it in with you?
why not? We haven't been home yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Interesting. You're offering him the painting.
Yeah, which was worth, you said, about 2 coin.
They are essentially info brokers. They act as middlemen. Yeah, that would work. May I see it?
Of course.
He grasps it very gingerly and holds it in front of him, kind of like what he did with the knife, and his face gets serious as he investigates it. Huh. I'll have to look more into this, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the art of a not so well-known artist who is absolutely bonkers. I should be able to find a collector for this, no problemo. Well, 2 coin for this, yes. Yes, I think I agree. And yeah, it would have been worth about 2. Well then. And he just kind of rests it against the chair as he stands up straight, his sort of spindly form silhouetted by the light. Then here's what I can tell you. John Irons has a wife. Oh, well, he had a wife. She's dead. But blood around the campfire is the wounds did not get to her body fast enough. And neither did John Irons' gun. Essentially, her ghost is out there somewhere in the city. Now, we have wanted to find this for some time, but have not been able to do so as we are busy with tons of other things and have no real, issue with Irons. But if you all seem pretty resourceful, you want to track that ghost down, find her, and bring her to John Irons, maybe it will give this grumpy man some closure?
And do you think by doing that, he'll not want to murder us for everything we did to?
Now, I cannot pretend to know everything that John Irons will and will not do. However, I can say that when she died, that was the last time John Irons lost his temper, essentially. And when he lost his temper, 30 men paid the price. To be precise, an entire gang known as the Slitherers. Now, the Slitherers were not the biggest gang, but 30 men strong, including their leader. And John Irons, well, he hunted them and killed them. So I think he would care about her ghost.
It does indeed sound like that. That's excellent information and a fair trade.
I think so. I think this is going to be the start of a wonderful friendship between you and I.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. And he stands up, or he turns around, he takes the picture off of the chair, and he stands on the chair facing the other way. And he just starts looking around like this, like he's looking into a horizon, but it's a backstage. So, you essentially have information on where to find the ghost. This will be its own 4 o'clock that you guys can spend time investigating on your downtime to try to locate this weakness in John Irons' ability. The one thing that that he cares about. Now, luckily, his clock has been turned back to 0, and given the information that was given to you by the mimes, I'm going to start you at 1 for the clock to find John Irons' wife. So essentially 3 more downtime activities from some of you guys, and you can find it. Sound good?
Sounds awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the layer.
Okay. So you guys enter the. I can't do it. Oh wait, it's /blades, right?
Exclamation point blades.
Okay.
The thunder
So you
bucket.
guys- you guys make your way back to the Thunder Bucket. Now, I have a question for you. Since you're tier 1 and you can essentially get like 2 more helper people, Throck, would you like to get, I get asked this for everybody. If there's extra helping hands that you guys want to like recruit, people that you want to help you, you did make friends with those 2 muscle guys.
Yeah.
There are other degenerates in the city. There's things to utilize in this city. There are the destitute. There are like the homeless. There are like orphans and shit like that. And you guys can kind of, if you want, you can recruit from that. Since you're not really outright fighters, you might want to recruit fighters, or you might want to play to your strengths and recruit spies and stuff. It's kind of up to you. But like, think about that. You don't have to do it right now, but think about it. You know what I mean? As to maybe who you'd want in this bar more regularly, kind of watching it now that Georgie has lost his head. Unfortunately, poor guy.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. What a wonderful man.
I'd say he never saw it coming, but he kind of did.
He's poor guy. So, you guys are in the Thunder Bucket. It is do you have a bartender now?
I
We
mean,
do need a new bartender.
Is it closed until like further notice essentially right now? How you guys doing that?
that's too granular, man. I don't know. Well, we hire a bartender, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like as long as I would imagine we just make sure they're are kind of skeevy. They're on our payroll.
Okay.
And, yeah, right. Like that they're not going to immediately fuck us.
You guys got a name? One up.
Where's my name generator?
Do you...
Brandon Kruger.
Ooh.
If I may, what about Chud Kruger?
Oh, now.
I just like Chud.
Chud?
Yeah.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, Chud?
Yeah.
Or Chud with a J?
With a CH, and I'm super glad you caught that because
Chud.
for some reason my mind went there, but a single D in this case.
Chud Kruger, who is a large, not obscenely large, well-built man. Definitely used to work the docks, but is good. Knows how to make some good drinks. And he's standing there serving some of the people there, and he kind of nods to you guys as you come in. And as you guys walk by, he goes, "Ladies," and he kind of nods to Kay and Ebony. And he looks at the other 2, and he pulls out this small ledger from behind the bar, and he puts it on the bar, and he goes, "I found that while cleaning out Georgie's things. Not sure what it is, but it's got prices in it, so I figured maybe y'all want to take a look."
I will pick it up and take it with us. Thank you.
Right, no problem. And he goes back
Appreciate
to, welcome. And he goes back to cleaning dishes.
Right. Well, downtime actions?
Right. So yeah, we essentially are now in downtime free play. Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
You got 2 rep from the job. It was like a level 1 job, so you just get your 2 rep. No coin because you chose instead to trade, which is viable. And now you don't have to deal with weird, gross people. You can let the mimes deal with it. Yeah. So as of now, you guys are good. What would you like to do with your free time?
I can go first. I already know what I want my downtime actions to be.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Bro.
My first is I want to indulge vice. I'm just going to go hang out and be somewhere incredibly opulent in Brightstone and enjoy excellent wine and
Just relax.
people in pretty dresses. Yeah.
Okay. You do so, and this time you are not bothered by that inspector. It seems he's sort of thinking a little harder about what his next move is because you're not some simple thug.
As well he should be.
Exactly. So that's well enough. I don't think you don't want to do we don't have to do a scene for that, right?
No.
So 3 stress out of
Mhm.
there.
And then the other thing I wanted to do was continue to build my noble power map.
Yes.
And it feels like that's a consort role to me.
I think it definitely is, and I think you can definitely go ahead and you're already in the right place to do it. I could say
Yeah.
you're probably doing these things at the same time, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll still.
I got a 6.
Nice. So that is how many ticks on the clock?
I think it's 4.
Long-term project. 3
Yeah.
segments on a 6.
3 segments on a 6.
Nice.
Nice.
That's like as much as you had.
Yeah,
from
I
the-
just doubled that. That's awesome.
Awesome. So yep. So you go ahead and I will
Okay.
tick that up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So you're learning more about the system, and you're starting to see the connections. You're starting to see who knows who hates who likes who. You're starting to find these people, and I'm going to say, with your dabbling, you came across a name of interest, which is, and I know your power map isn't complete yet, but you're learning things as you do this.
Yeah.
Lady Vasheen, Vasheen. And she is an Eruvian noblewoman who, word around the campfire is she's beginning to dip her hand in the criminal pot, as it were. She's looking for muscle, or more specifically, she's looking for people to do some dirty jobs. There's somebody to get jobs from, is essentially what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But-
I'll bring that back to the team when the
so
time comes.
There's a lot of gossip and rumors about it, but
Yeah.
from all that, you're able to pick that. Okay.
Amaze.
So you learned some info. You got your clock up. Let's go with Ebony. Ebony, what are you doing?
I want to spend some time working on the cards.
Excellent. Was there any other downtime activity you wanted to do before that? Because I think that should be the scene.
No.
Okay.
You should
So,
train. If I may, you should just train something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, if you don't... Yeah, so like you can always take a downtime action to train to get +1 XP in one of your skill things. And so you might as well, if you only have one downtime action, use the other one to train.
So if you want to get better at fighting, you can do what essentially Grimalkin was doing before, where he was getting into fights to try to learn how to fight. You could train with your blade. You could train with any of the other skills that maybe you don't have very high stats in, like sneaking or prowl or whatever.
Hmm.
And I mean, it doesn't have to be a whole scene. You can just pick one, and I can say you trained it, and you're going to get XP in it essentially.
Yeah, we'll go with yeah, let's train up my finesse.
That sounds good. Kind of
Sparrow
matches
will
your
help.
character too, I think. What's up?
Sparrow will help with that.
Oh,
Being an expert in finesse, Sparrow.
cool.
Scene-wise, without any rules stuff, Sparrow is definitely like putting bells on a dummy's pocket.
And you have to sneak it out. Yeah, I like that. Maybe you have to try to steal from Chud without him spotting you. You know what I mean? Something like that. Very cool.
I have placed something on Chud. You have to get it.
So I like that. So you're able to do a little bit of a training montage with Sparrow, getting a little bit better at sneaking around and finessing. And do we know how much XP that throws?
It's
In my
1.
haste, I forgot to bring my iPad. What's up?
It's 1.
Just one? Okay, so
Yeah.
you just throw 1 XP on your
Finesse.
Okay.
Or you throw it on the prowess line.
So then you want to train the cards, so that's fine. In order to do that, how are you doing this? How are you attuning to them? How are you like focusing on them? Because they're mystical in nature.
I think that would be a study roll.
Okay. How so? To see like
Well-
where they came from, what their origin is?
Yeah.
I like that. Actually, I like that. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll that. I can work with that.
And position and etc.
This is definitely controlled. You're in a nice, safe, easy environment. And I would say standard effect.
Okay.
What do we get here? Nice.
6.
Success. So as you study them and as you kind of look over the cards, you're a little perplexed, but as you kind of analyze them and sort of flip them over, the skull sort of symbol, the kind of Western design, as you flip it, you're like, this definitely is from Severos. They're definitely magical in nature. You don't think Chuck made these. They don't seem like something that's easily made from what you were discovering. And you can almost remember there being like a mention as a child, you were reading something, one of your, probably one of like your parents' books, and it mentioned some items, some things that can be made by very powerful creatures. They might be demons, they might be horrors, they might just be very powerful people. People aren't really sure, but there are some things that are often gifted to people by more powerful people through deals, and it's usually in exchange for souls. So maybe a demon made these, but again, not 100% conclusive. And as you kind of turn it over in your hand, the skull symbol begins to change, and the face card begins to change. And as you're kind of laying the cards out, you panic for a second as they begin to disappear. The images on the cards begin to disappear, but they are slowly replaced by more Taikarosi designs. And in a feel more of a tarot deck sort of forms in front of you on the images. And at first you're, again, confused, but it feels kind of right looking at this. You know what I mean? That it's, yes, there you go. And it feels like instead the cards are now attuning to you, essentially, their new owner, as it were. And you're pretty sure you read about shit like this too. Like there are weapons, there are items in the world that will work towards your benefit and work more with how you are like to be. And as you sit there kind of poring over these cards, just in kind of entranced by them, you begin to smell smoke. Not fire smoke, tobacco smoke. And it's in the room. Somebody is smoking in the room, essentially. And as you kind of sniff and look around, you see in sort of a darkened, it's always dark because our world is night. In sort of a darkened corner, you see what looks like a faint glow of a cigar or a cigarette. And it's just sitting there, and you see smoke pour out. Someone is sitting in that dark corner smoking.
And who might you be?
Well, shit, you can see me? And out from the shadow, you can see the very, very dead, ghostly form of Two-Buck Chuck. And he goes, God damn, you weird-eyed Taikarosi. Y'all sharper than I thought. I see you playing with my cards, and you see him pull his hand, and there is a thin thread, same color of his body, connected to the card that you were holding, and it moves a little bit. Oh, shit. You like him?
I do.
Oh boy, I hope you're ready for the whirlwind of trouble they bring you. Shit.
Trouble, eh?
Oh, you don't know, huh? Well,
No.
and he stands up and walks over to you, and he goes to bring the chair with him, and his hand goes through it, and he goes, "Fucker," and he focuses, and then he's able to bring the chair with him, and it just drags across the floor, and he pops it down. Them cards, powerful as hell. I figured you kind of knew that. But, they got some issues, some baggage, as it were.
Well, don't we all?
Yes, we do. So tell me, Taikarosi, what you gonna do with these? You gonna kill everybody that gets in your way? Get some power?
Oh, I'm sure I'll have some fun with them.
I think I'm gonna like you, Takarosi. Well, seeing as how I'm here and I'm linked to these, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the deal was that I have to help whoever gets the cards next. Yeah, so I guess that's what I'm here to do. I mean, that asshole said when you die, you're gonna have to help out the next person. I just figured I wouldn't die. I mean, what the fuck were the odds? Some prophecy? Fuck that shit. But, well, here I am.
Indeed.
Would you like a little help?
I would, actually.
Taking help from a ghost. I like you, Takarosi. Well, then tell me, before I help you, I just want to know one thing. That girl that was sitting next to you, you know, when I bit the dust in the oh so glorious way I did it, covered in whiskey and fire. Tell me, that girl sitting next to you, was she a Severosi? From the country that I'm from.
Ask her.
Maybe I will. Well, if you don't mind, let's get started. Alrighty. And he leans over. The smell of tobacco and smoke and grease sort of just follows him. And his two golden teeth still are the only things of like bright, vibrant color besides the cigar embers. And you have essentially the ensnared soul of Tubuck Chuck trapped within these cards. And he is going to help you learn them because he has to, because it was part of his original deal. So, card research, I'm going to tick it up by 2 because he's assisting you. Bing, bong. And as of right now, you have his help. So every time you sit down to work these cards, it's going to bump up by 2, unless you do something to piss him off or he fucks off to Legoland or something. But as of right now, he is tied to those cards. So I really expected you to try to kill him. I didn't expect you to just be chill. You just didn't care. I love it. Yeah, sure, whatever. Help me learn the cards. So you now have sort of a buddy. Yeah. Okay. Then I say we go to Kay.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, the night that we get back, she's just gonna crash burn. Day after, she's gonna disappear. Just dress up, walk right out the door, not say anything to anybody.
Okay.
She does some behind the scenes stuff, and yeah, I don't know, how do we?
Did you want to do the scene of you acquiring your asset? Okay, very well. So then we can start. You wanted to start after you met with the woman? Okay, so you are led blindfolded to a location. The blindfold is, again, you are allowed to carry all your weapons, so you're probably not super worried about it. And you honestly you feel like you could take the 2 guys that are with you. So you're led to this area. They take off the blindfold when you feel a cold stone around you in the walls, and you're stepping on stone, and you see a stone staircase in front of you. You smell sort of must in the air. It's a musty place. And as you kind of look around, there's old wood and stone around this area. So wherever you are, older, shittier building, and you're going underground, you can just sort of tell. You're a hound after all, you're good at this shit. And as you start working your way down, there is what seems to be the flicker of candlelight coming from the area beneath you. And as you reach this room, it is not a massive chasm, but it's a decently sized room with, in the center of it, a large circular stone table, and there seems to be 4 people standing in here, all in black robes, all of them black hoods, and all of them that have teardrops tattooed under their eyes. And as you reach down, there's one of the 4 who is standing at complete opposite side of this stone table from you. and they have what appears to be like three teardrops going down their face. And they go, "Welcome, child. Welcome to the House of the Lachrymose. We
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Thank you for killing my ambiance. We understand that you're here looking for something.
I've heard you possess certain talents.
We do. We do indeed. Now, understand that if we do this for you, perhaps you will do something for us in the future.
Everything has a price.
Indeed it does. Coin means little to us, but favors. Now, favors are how this city runs. Now then, you have chosen the animal, correct?
Yes, I have. And she's just gonna kind of hand over a piece of paper.
An odd request, but we may have one. And he waves his hand, and one of the other men goes, there are 3 doors in this room and the staircase behind you. A door on the right, door on the left, door behind him. All old wood, big iron handles. He goes to the left door, one of the guys, your left. And he's gone for a while, and he comes back with a cage. And in the cage is a sort of like a large house cat, it looks like, but it's spotted almost like a leopard. And it has it's a very interesting looking animal, definitely a wild animal, not a house cat. But it's lanky, thin, and like a little bit bigger. And you know this, as the leader says, the mighty ocelot. Yes, an odd request indeed. But who are we to judge? And they open up the cage, and one of them is able to get like sort of a rope around its neck, and they bring it up and they put it on the table, and they kind of lay it down, and it's like fighting them a little bit, but they, there's 4 of them, so they're able to hold it down. And they go, now then, would you like us to imbue it, or do you have a spirit of your own?
That is something I do not have.
Very well. And he reaches into his robe and he pulls out what you know as a spirit bottle from what Ebony has held before. And he takes a spirit bottle and he goes, the next part shall be gruesome. Do you choose to watch? Do you choose not to watch? And do you choose to participate?
If I help participate, will it strengthen the bond?
Yes.
Then I'll help participate.
Very well. And from his robe, he pulls out a long, thin blade, flips it over to you. Now then. You see one of the priests holding its head, one of the robe figures, holding the head down, the other one's holding down the legs, and he holds down the other legs. Now, this next part's about to get a little bit gruesome. Gore warning. We need only for you to open the animal so we may put the bottle in. It will not die, but its pain will be immense, but it will grow in strength and become more of an asset to you.
Any particular place?
The stomach.
All right. With that, she is going to go ahead and with one hand, she's just going to kind of pet the cat's head for a second, try to calm it down just a little, and then just plunge the blade into its stomach, drag it just a little so it's opened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you you open them up, and very quickly the priest does what he is there to do. They get the bottle in, and they begin to sew the animal back up. While it is alive, it doesn't seem to be moving or fighting very much, but it is like, and you know this would like probably kill a normal animal. Like, this is bizarre. So they're doing some weird stuff to it, but it is able to survive it. And as they stitch it back up and finish, they let go of it, and it stands up immediately, even after being stitched together. The blood's still on the table, still wet and dripping, and it stands up and like hisses to them, and it looks to you, and it hops off the table and walks around you in sort of like a circle, like checking you out, and it rubs its head against your leg, and as it does, it just sort of sits like right next to you with its tail kind of curling next to your leg. You know that you just did some spooky, weird witchcraft stuff, but you definitely got what you wanted.
Sweet. So, with that, just gonna kind of, lean over, let it sniff my hand for a second, pet it, let it chill, and ask, do you happen to know, is this favor something you'll ask of me now or in the future?
In the future. Our plans are not together yet, but someone of your talents could be of great use to us.
All right.
The Lachrymose will be in touch. And he waves for you to exit, and the two that brought you down here gesture. They do not touch you, but...
Yeah, she's just gonna leave.
Okay, you leave with the pitter-pattering feet of a ocelot behind you as the last remnants of the blood drip up the stairs. So you have now acquired a pet. And
Yay.
do you walk into the headquarters with this?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know if I can just walk right up in there with pet because, the
zappies.
rather not have my fresh pet zapped.
So you probably enter the bar, right, with your new ocelot? Because you can enter the bar, you just can't enter the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if any of you guys are in the bar, you see that Kay walks in with a weird ocelot cat.
I will be down there.
Of course you will.
I'm not cleaning up after that.
Well, it's my responsibility. This is Ember, by the way.
I nod at it.
Hello, Ember. New pet.
Yes. A special sort of pet. One that should prove to be beneficial.
If you don't mind me asking, how so?
Is there a way that I could just show them?
Yeah, you wanted to do the trick?
Yep, take them into the back room.
Yep.
So, if there's anybody else in there, in the bar, let's go to the back real fast and I'll show you.
They're not all going to be like, ah!
I slide
Yeah.
into the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all go into the bathroom to check out this ocelot's sweet tricks, which is essentially I taught my pet cool tricks. Come to watch them do it in the bathroom. So, into the bathroom. And would you like to describe what he does? Or
I'm not 100% sure how to.
so what's the move?
It's the ghost form.
Ghost form. So
Yeah.
as you I'm gonna say you probably like whisper into his ear, and he totally gets it. Like, he just fucking understands what you're saying. And you see as the ocelot begins to walk, and like it is a ghost. It is a ghost ocelot. It is still an ocelot, but it is a ghost. You, Ebony, are like, whoa, like, it smells like a ghost. That's a ghost. That's a ghost right there. And you can see that as it does, it takes on a different kind of mannerisms. And now this is the first time you're seeing this as well. Okay, and you can see it seems a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more hostile and a little bit more like it's on the prowl for prey and also wary of predators. So think an animal kind of on like high alert is what it looks like when it's in ghost form. And it sticks near you, Kay. You are definitely still considered friendly, but it kind of looks at all of you and is like, sort of just like...
Scarlet's just gonna kind of look down. Now, you can eat later. not
I'm
these
sorry.
people. And she's just gonna kind of whisper in its ear to go ahead and chill back out.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What do you mean by eat people?
Could possibly.
And it's not going to do that to any of us. You have full control over it.
I do.
Okay.
I love it.
You know how cats stare at you like they want to eat you? That's what this cat's doing with Grimalkin. Just
Hello, kitty. Hello.
I just sigh heavily and walk out.
I said I'd clean up after it.
Ebony will pull out an extra charm and hand it to Scarlet to put around its neck.
it's getting a collar.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, with little ghost charms around it. Okay. So now it has free access in and out of the apartment. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just so you're aware, Kay, I'm sure you know what an ocelot is. It's not a tiger. It's definitely not going to be able to like bring down people.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But it'll definitely be able to like hurt somebody. And I would, just don't be like, kill that guy, because it's probably gonna
No.
It's like a cat trying to kill somebody. but useful. You can definitely use this thing. So.
Well, and I believe, if I remember right, it should have like some kind of bonus when it's attacking other spirits or something.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah,
I'll double check that just to be sure.
There could be like sort of a primal predatory thing too, where they're like, what the fuck is that? So that's good. Very cool. All right. So then you have your Ghost Ocelot.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a Metal Gear Solid villain, which I love.
It does.
It does. Ghost Ocelot. Was there anything else you wanted to do? Train?
Yeah.
Anything like that?
Just train.
Train? Okay, what are you training?
I want to go ahead and train up probably skirmish, so maybe get into a bar brawl or two.
Okay, that's fine. You could get into a bar brawl, or you can contact Grimalkin's two buddies who are down with that. They can be like your guys' training dummies, essentially. Cool.
That works.
Okay, so you meet them. The one guy is fucking huge. The other guy's just pretty scrappy and like a big dude, and you're able to kind of learn how to fight. And sure, throw it up. You're already probably pretty good at that, I would assume, right?
Actually, skirmish, no.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, then throw that in there.
And that's 1 under prowess?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, guys. Well then.
Yes.
I was gonna say, we have one last person. Now, you accrued some stress, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Oh, my oven just went off. Sorry, guys.
Kaboom!
What the fuck? So, what is it that you do? What does Sparrow do?
Sparrow's going to find a series of plays to attend, or an opening play, and attend it repeatedly. Probably, what was it? The Kraken Rider's Daughter? No.
The Leviathan Hunter's Daughter.
Yes.
The Leviathan Hunter's Daughter. And do you go to your usual theater?
Yeah, the theater that it's at. So
Okay.
I will watch this play.
You will not actually. As you begin to approach the theater, you hear a lot of hustle and bustle, and a lot of screaming. And as you kind of like, what the fuck, rush over, you see that your usual theater, your normal go-to place, there are other places, but your normal go-to place is in flames. Utterly in flames. And it appears that there's a lot of blue coats around, and some of them are pulling a man to a nearby carriage, and it appears to be Frakes, who looks pretty badly wounded. Not by fire. He looks badly beaten. And as some of the blue coats are talking to him, some of them sort of go off to try to help other people, and Frakes is still just sort of sitting against this carriage. Nobody's around him currently, if you want to go talk to him.
Yeah, I'll lean up against the carriage and be like, "Do you want to run?"
What?
Do you want to go on the run?
I don't even know what I did.
Insurance money.
What?
Was the place insured? Was the show insured?
Yeah. The theater was insured, but fuck. This place was my life.
I know, Fricks. I know.
Fuck. My leg is fucking twisted. Listen, you. And he looks around. Somebody's after you.
I'm handling it.
Yeah, you're fucking handling it. Jesus. He shot me in the leg. Not in my fucking knee. You know that's never gonna heal, right? Fuck me. But he could have killed me. He didn't kill me, at least. I didn't tell him nothing. I knew they was gonna kill you. Jesus, you're just a kid yourself. Fuck this. Fuck, well, what is this? What is this shit?
Do you want to get away? Or do you want to keep talking to them?
Well, they gonna come back?
They locked you in a box. They didn't just throw you down the street.
Look, if this shit is not gonna be over soon, then yeah, I guess I need a place to lay low. Fuck. Jesus.
All right, and I'm going to basically slip the lock off the carriage.
Okay. So you are. Well, he wasn't locked in the carriage. He was arrested against it. They weren't arresting him.
Oh, okay. I thought they were arresting him. So.
No, they were. They don't know what's going on yet. The Bluecoats are like, some guy's almost dead. Let's put him. You know what I mean? They're not all terrible people. The Bluecoats are trying to help him.
Yeah.
He's one really badly hurt. Can you get me out of here?
Yeah.
All right, I'll trust you.
All right, and I'll go up next to him under one arm and take him down a sewer hole.
As you grab, you can feel that, like, when you touch his ribs, it's tender.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of him, broke his leg, and then shot him in the knee. But he doesn't look like he's bleeding out. You know, just looks like that knee is already kind of bandaged, but he's just like, fuck. So you, with your network of tunnels, I'm gonna. Ooh. Do you want to roll? I'm gonna say, we should roll for this because this is a pretty hectic area.
Would you like a prowl?
I think that makes a lot of sense given your capabilities.
All right. So, risky?
Yes.
Standard effect?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I can add. I'm not going to take more stress for it.
No. And you can go to other theaters. I'm not taking your ability to get rid of your vice away from you. I'm just...
Yeah.
Your favorite place is now Ash.
Yeah. I got a pair of...
Oh, balls.
Oh,
is that a crit fail?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There is no such thing as a crit fail.
Yeah.
If only someone would give us bets. No, so as you begin to walk him away, he's like, and he slips. He's in too much pain, and it's not you that really fucks up. It's him. He slips and falls on his leg, and just like, fuck, and just kind of yelling. And you see some of the Bluecoats like, and you see a couple Bluecoats going, who are you? Hey, who are you? Get the fuck back here. And there's two of them kind of running over towards you. You can still get him out of there, but they're going to be like giving chase.
All right. Can I resist this consequence?
Sure.
How does that work? I don't think we've actually done that yet.
Usually it's with like harm and stuff, isn't it? Unless you want to take something.
You can make a resistance roll. Hang on, I have a cat.
That might give you stress though, bud.
Damn it.
Where is it? Consequence and harm, resistance and armor.
This is more. Let me give you what this actually means for me as a game mechanic system. What this means is that Frakes is now missing, and the only lead the cops have is you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this will actually play out as.
Okay.
If you still want to avoid that consequence. Now maybe they don't even know who you are really because they just saw a person. But essentially they're like, we're looking for this person. suspect in a missing persons case, essentially.
So the insight is what you roll when you are trying to get away from the consequences of deception or understanding.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to lessen. I would take 6 stress to do this. So
Yeah. So the way it works is you make a
Fuck.
resistance roll, and your character suffers 6 stress when they resist, minus the highest die result from the resistance roll. So if you rolled a 4, you'd suffer 2 stress. What it will
still
do is
risk.
reduce the severity of the consequence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I succeed enough on the roll, could I reduce him being gone?
If you reduce this, they don't catch you. I'll just say you avoid this consequence. This isn't like a big major thing. You know what I mean? This is okay. So if you choose to take that stress, I'm just going to give it to you. You know, that's fine. They didn't notice you. He fell, but you caught him, and you're good, essentially. If you choose to take the consequence, you guys will get away today. You will get him to safety. But in the future, the police may come by asking questions.
All right, I'm going to try to resist it.
Okay.
So I will take the stress, and let's see how much I take. I get 2 dice here.
Do it up. Do it up.
Insight. 4. I only
Nice.
suffer 2 stress, which is
Hell yeah.
because I only had 4 slots. All right. So yeah, I will act like I don't know what I'm doing and helping him up. He fell.
All right. And one of them is like, "Oi, we still got people over here. One of them, get the fuck away from the fire."
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they're troubled with people. There might be probably a few people trying to loot the place, I would assume, given the nature of this city and this terrible, terrible place.
It is actively on fire.
Doesn't matter. Some people, they need to, they got to feed that need. And it looks like Throck has a reroll. Nice. Very cool.
So, and then I go to another theater and indulge in the
In your vice.
in my vice.
Absolutely, man. Give it a vice roll.
Indulge vice. Oh, I keep forgetting I have to switch to a different tab.
This theater is not playing the Leviathan
One.
Hunter's Daughter. This theater. Does anybody have any good pun plays?
The
This one's
Lamplighter Lothario.
Ooh, oh, much better than what I was gonna say. I like it. The Lamplighter Lothario.
I have trouble apparently concentrating and getting lost in the play because I only reduce stress by 1.
You're probably a lot's on your mind right now, I would say. This is hitting you pretty hard. You saved the other person the last time. You just saved Frakes. And you lost your favorite place.
Yeah.
But you are able to reduce your stress by 1. But I think that fits narratively. Like Sparrow's like fucking like this
So
sucks.
this attempt to reduce stress was a -1. Okay. No, because I encountered an entanglement. All right.
Wait, so did you gain stress for the vice?
I gained stress by
Okay, I see. Yeah.
trying to-
Yep.
by reducing harm. So that's on me.
Yeah.
All right.
You're hunted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have one other action I wanted to do, and it was reduce heat.
Okay. We can do that. Start to get those cops.
Yeah, because we are very high, and I'm the only one doing it. All right.
Fair. I forgot about that, actually. Yeah.
All right. So what do I do to reduce
at-
the heat?
I think you're at 6 if memory serves. Now
Yes.
we're at 9. Now you're at 6.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do tons of things. It's basically whatever. I think, as far as I remember, it's whatever role you choose, and you explain to me how this is reducing heat.
I would love to roll finesse, but I don't know how I would finesse.
I mean, you can think about stealing reports, falsifying documents, threatening people, witnesses.
True. I would.
Coercing witnesses. Like Throck would probably talk to people and like make like, hey, maybe can you just make that go away? Thanks. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Whereas
I would break
somebody.
into. Here's what I do.
Yes.
I break into someone's office
Okay.
and just take a whole stack of papers.
Awesome. Reports, they are going to have to redo these reports. A lot of information is going to be lost because people have forgotten. There are no copy machines in this world, so it's all handwritten. So you just took hours. Some poor fucking government worker is just like, no. He drops to his knees, no. His papers fly around his office.
I've kept him employed for another 3 weeks.
This is true. Job security.
As long as it wasn't Jaren, we're fine.
It's not Jaren. It's not
Okay.
Jaren. However,
Okay.
across the office is Jaren organizing his papers, and he goes, scrub. So,
Okay, so risky and standard doesn't matter. I just roll it and we subtract a
Yeah.
certain amount. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we reduce heat by 1.
Not bad. You're
Hey.
at 5.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Did someone take care of that on the crew sheet? Or
Oh, no, I'll do it. I'm right here anyways.
Okay,
All right. So,
this is going great for me.
Having a good night, Sparrow? Having a good night?
I will say though, Sparrow, you've been working your ass off. You just got possessed. You did your theater burnt down. You're
Been a
reduced
rough week.
stress. You're like the cleaner though. You're taking care of some business. So that's our downtime. Now, Throck, I know that you have one lead on a job. There are other leads. Essentially, what I'm gonna make for your guys' bounty board essentially is it can be Chud now. Before it would have been like Siren. But these are people that you can go to be like, hey, what's going on? If you wanna acquire a job that's out there, if you guys want to make up your own job, that's perfectly fine too. But if you'd like to get some job to get some coin, rep, or some footing under your feet, you can go to these people.
Yes. I would like to gather the group. Because I imagine it has been a few days, and see if there's anything new to report in, other than, of course, the terrifying ocelot.
Yes.
I report that some of my contacts are being hounded.
I had a similar situation. It was from a different threat that you were all so kind to help me with, so if you need help figuring out where this hounding is coming from, I'm sure we can oblige.
It's coming from John Irons.
Are you sure? Mine was not, and that was my first assumption.
Well, he was shot in the knee, so I'm thinking, yeah.
No,
I
fair.
would say while bringing Frakes there, he did describe to you what happened, and he described John Irons, and he
Okay.
described the men beating him with iron crowbars.
Ooh. I feel sadly in the short term there's not much we can do about that. We must research this female ghost ex-wife, dead wife is.
I'm
But-
still trying.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm still trying to keep our heads down.
Thank you. But I do think, and speaking of which, I may have a job for us that would take us outside of Crow's Nest for a little while. Or at least a
What's-
contact who would perhaps give us a job outside Crow's Nest.
What sort of job?
Well, she's a noble looking to make her mark in the world of organized crime, so I imagine we could probably offer or ask for some relatively good pay for something probably relatively simple, all things considered.
Whatever it winds up being, I will be staying in the shadows. I don't really want to deal with nobles, thank you.
I absolutely respect that. I have enough connections for all of us there, I do believe, when anyone wants to stay a bit more quiet.
Can't drop bodies.
No, no more dropping bodies. Too much heat. Too much heat. So we all
who else-
agreed I should go meet with this. Her name is Lady Vasheen, by the way. If any of you have ever heard of her.
No.
No.
Other note.
Where's Victor?
Where is Victor?
Victor is not at the table, and after saying that, Chud looks up and goes, I went with a couple of blue coats.
I'm sorry, what now?
Wait, what?
He went with a couple of blue coats.
Oh,
He
was-
went willingly. They didn't arrest
Oh.
him.
Oh, he wasn't under arrest, okay.
No, they said they wanted to question him, and he sort of reluctantly said, all right. Well, Or that accent he's got.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know what it was, something about revolution. Some Scovelin thing, probably.
Oh dear.
How long has he been gone?
Well, it took him yesterday. So...
Chud,
Yes?
new rule.
Yeah.
If bluecoats come in and take any of us away, you are to immediately inform the rest of the group.
Gotcha, boss. Can do.
Right. First time we can consider it a miscommunication. But that's critical
Miscommunication.
knowledge.
Right. Do you want me to tell you if he comes back or not that part?
Yes, tell us if you...
So
Yes.
only tell you if a blue coat brings one of you back.
Or takes
No.
one of us. If a bluecoat
Only
walks in
when
here,
someone-
no matter the reason, you tell us.
Gotcha. So if a blue coat comes in, I never tell you, no matter the reason.
I swear to
No.
God.
I've got it. We're good to go.
Chud,
Yes?
if you cannot get this instruction straight, I do believe you may be the wrong person for this job.
Would you like a free drink?
We own the bar. All the drinks are free.
Exactly. Would you like one?
Yes, actually.
Okay, don't I see that? That's a spirit, and he pours you an excellent, drink. I don't drink, so I don't know these things.
I'll take
Shut
one while.
He gives
Whiskey.
All right, you two stare to drink. As Malkin is rubbing his temples.
I have him bring you an old-fashioned.
Thank you. All right, Chud, repeat after me.
After me.
It's a good start.
Good start.
If any bluecoats
If any blue coats
walk in the bar
walk in the bar
for any reason whatsoever,
for any reason whatsoever,
tell one of us.
tell one of us.
Tell one of you all.
Tell one of me?
Okay, look, Chud, you can't be this obviously stupid. Tell one of the 4 people facing you.
Oh, that's you.
Yes.
Yes.
Why didn't you just say that in the beginning?
Sips on drink.
Chud,
Yeah?
be a dear, and if you see any bluecoats come in, just let me know. Thanks.
Yeah, sure, I'll let you know.
All right.
Oh,
All right, so we should probably look into the thing with Victor, but we also need money. I could make contact with Vishan if one of you would like to look into the Victor thing. Or
I
all
mean-
of you, because it seems really important.
he did say, don't worry about it.
I don't know that we're going to be able to find him. This sounds like the bluecoats sometimes take people to different parts of the city to get them out of their comfort zones.
So, especially Scovelin, if there's any suspicion of revolutionaries, since this is so soon after what was known as the Unity War, sometimes they take you for questioning, and it may take a few days. This is probably something that's happened to some of the other, I don't know if I want to call them refugees, but yeah, refugees. It's
Yeah.
probably what's happened to a few of them from time to time, is sometimes they disappear. Most of the time they come back a little bruised and battered. Sometimes they don't come back, but that's usually when they actually have evidence of being revolutionaries. Being that he was or is a fucking techie guy and makes bombs and shit, probably a little suspicious.
We can't take on that right now.
That's entirely fair, so we can only hope that he comes back and move forward, I guess. It feels kind of cold-hearted, but I understand.
It's the blue coats, man. It's the beast.
Yes. So, shall I make contact with Lady Vishan?
Please.
Would anyone-
Please.
Yes.
Vishin?
Yes, machine, two
Vishin.
E's.
2 E's. Sorry, my name is Sean in another reality, and so I just naturally...
Ah, yeah.
Yes, of course. Vasheen, would anyone like to accompany me? I don't need to go alone.
Oh, I can go with you.
Excellent. And so I will put out feelers to make a contact with Lady Vashon.
Okay, no
Vasheen.
problem. Vasheen. So, you are able to do so. Say that you're able to make contact with her. She invites you to her actual estate. You can tell she's probably never done this before. She's just inviting criminals to her house.
And now I know where you live.
I start casing the place.
Do you? Okay. Would you like to roll for that? And I can tell you what you find, depending on how good you roll.
Survey?
I think that makes sense. Yep.
Risky standard, or actually this would probably be controlled, to be honest.
Controlled. Yeah.
Controlled or limited? Standard limited.
Standard.
Okay. Oop, I got a 3, so nothing.
Hey!
So, that's a failure, right?
Yeah.
Here's what you're seeing. High fences, very overgrown. Hard to really get a spot. You'd have to climb on some of the other buildings, and this is in I believe it's in Brightstone. Yes, this is in Brightstone, so you don't really want to climb on their houses right now because they might spot you. So really hard to take a look. The place looks overgrown, not very well taken care of. The gate, as you kind of check it out, it looks like it's like a little rusted off. Looks like a little bit in disrepair, especially for Brightstone, which is usually so beautiful and nice. So yeah, that's all you get.
Okay.
But no signs of guard dogs, of security. So you guys are welcome to just go in. Do you do so normally?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Cool. Didn't know if anyone...
I'm wearing different from my normal clothes. I'm wearing more fancy ladylike apparel.
Okay. All right. Is anybody else copying this?
I'm dressed to the nines as always.
Yeah, that's true. Kay, are you wearing any of your fancy clothes that you like to buy?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
She actually skirted all that.
Ebony's not
sorry.
there.
Oh, you don't want to be there, right?
No.
Cool. Okay. So I'm sorry, Kay, what are you wearing?
Yeah, she's wearing her skirt, or like an actual skirt, and top.
Cool.
Her
cool.
pants are on underneath, just in case.
So you guys go walking in dressed nice and fancy. And as you enter, the estate is beautiful, extravagant, but again, a little empty, a little bit in disrepair. Looks like she hasn't had like lawn maintenance in quite a while. The path to walk up there has been cleared, but that's about it. Everything else looks kind of overgrown, a little wild. Some of the windows, you can tell, are dirty. The front door, it looks nice enough. The main entranceway is nice, but something, I don't know, no statues in the yards. A little strange. So you knock on the door, and it is opened by a rather droll-looking man who just opens it, dressed as a butler. Yes.
Hello, I believe we have an appointment with Miss, my apologies, Lady Vasheen.
Yes. Then you are the one known as, Grimalkin?
That is correct, and these are my associates, Sparrow and Scarlet.
Very good. Come on in. And he just
Excellent.
turns and walks very slowly. As you follow him in, the inside, much like the outside, emptier than it should be. This is a noble house on its way down. Grimalkin, as you walk through it, you know these telltale signs. You've seen them before.
Yes.
You know what a noble house looks like when it's falling. This woman is on her way out. This looks like she's almost in the last stages of like selling all her shit. So you can kind of smell the desperation, essentially, as you've smelled it before. So you enter a large sitting room, and there is a roaring fire. The sitting room only has 2 chairs left in it, 2 right in front of the fire. And you can see a woman standing, staring into the fire in a beautiful, elegant dress, an Neruvian woman. her sort of dark brown skin kind of reflected against the fire in this beautiful dark purple dress that she's wearing, and the firelight sort of reflects off of what's left of the kind of ornate furniture and metal trinkets in the room. But other than that, it's just cold. I would say hardwood floor, dark hardwood floor.
Excellent. How old is she about?
So, she is probably, I would say, not terribly old. Probably like late 30s. I would mark Lady Vasheen. Was not the matron of the house. She's obviously a little too young to have been the original noblewoman here. But yeah, late 30s, maybe like 38, 37, something like that.
All right.
Still relatively young. And she kind of turns and looks to all of you.
I'm sorry as you turned around with the firelight behind you like that. You startled me with your beauty. I know that may be forward to say, but it is a pleasure to meet you in the flesh, Lady Vasheen.
You must be Grimalkin.
Oh, that is correct, miss.
Ah, yes. And she makes her way across the room. I thank you for your compliments, Mr. Grimalkin. And I welcome you all into my home. I wish I had more seats for you all. I did not know it would be a group of people.
My associates here are Miss Sparrow and Miss Scarlet. They are quite the experienced operators, and we have heard that you may need some experienced operators.
I think I may. Shall we get right to business?
It breaks my heart to speak only of business in your presence, but yes.
You are a sweet man. I need something done that I cannot do myself, but it requires attention nonetheless. As you can see, my nobility is falling. And in this city, unless you are strong, that means death. But I am not strong. So I must save my home. I must save my status to survive. And I may need your help to do so. There is a, how do you say it? A restaurant that I have invested in. However, it is awfully close to an existing restaurant that is doing very well. I need them to not do so well. Now, both of these restaurants are located in Brightstone. And the one I am with, known as The Venture, it needs to be seen as the preferable restaurant. I know this sounds silly, but it will require your attention. I need you to rob the restaurant known as the Deluxe. If you go in, rob them, and make sure that it is a very public display, and ensure that journalists write about it and catch it just as it happens. I hope that the negative publicity will destroy the Deluxe, and people will enter the Venture instead.
If I may.
Yes.
That's... The plan is flawed?
Oh, how so?
People feel warmly towards those who are victims?
Oh, my friend.
So
Not in Brightstone, they do not.
what I suggest is
Mhm.
having those reporters there and making sure their experience is suboptimal.
I was thinking along the same lines, my dear Sparrow. I do think we should rob them blind because, well, it's always nice to have extra coin. However, I feel like perhaps having a poor eating experience on top of the robbery, in which possible significant illness is had by a few,
Yes, that sounds lovely.
would crush them. I, as you, know Brightstone quite well, and there's nothing more gauche than getting sick at a restaurant.
Yes, yes, indeed. I have a worry, and it is a condition that I will not move from. You cannot kill anyone. Please. I know that I am reaching out to criminals, but I cannot have the bodies of innocent people on my conscience for my own sake. If you make them, please just make them sick.
Your mercy warms my soul, my dear lady, I think. That is the correct course of action here, because we do not want to bring undue blue coat inspection. We just want them to have a significant faux pas.
Yes, that is exactly it. I think we understand each other. Well then that is wonderful. Will you take the job?
There's one more question.
Yes.
Upon the matter of payment.
Right. Well, my home is falling for now. But hopefully if this job is successful, I will be able to pay you more in the future. But as of right now, I can establish, what do they call it? 1 coin for each of you. But you may keep anything that you steal from the restaurant. If they have a good amount of money, it is yours. I don't need that. I need the restaurant, my investment, to succeed. But I can only pay 1 coin per person.
It is normal at this point for a group such as ourselves to be allowed a moment to converse, to decide whether or not we would like to take the job.
Yes, absolutely. I understand.
I would hate to leave you outside the warmth of your own hearth fire. Is there somewhere we may speak privately?
Yes, there is an office not too far that my father used to use. You may use that.
That would be ideal. Thank you for your hospitality.
Bartran will show you.
Bartran! And he, yes, and begins to walk towards just the direction that you follow. He leads you to a rather large office. She said a small office. It's pretty nice. Again, old books on the bookshelves, a large desk, and that's about the only thing left in this room.
All right, when we get in the room, I will make sure the door is shut. This is a bad idea.
What do you say?
It's...
Sounds like it could bring the wrong sort of attention to us.
How so?
This is operating outside of our bounds. This is... It sounds chaotic.
It's not above your level, if that's what you mean.
All we have to do is make the right contacts, and it should not be an issue. In fact, if we do it properly, it will never be known it was us to begin with.
Well connected. I don't... If you can... We can't hold them up.
Oh, no. No. We have to do
No.
it. No, this is subterfuge. This is... Somebody becomes a waiter. Somebody... And that person works on the food. Somebody else becomes a diner and brings in a reporter or two with them. Somebody... Probably 2 people work on the actual thievery piece itself.
If you think we can do this.
I believe we can, and I think... Should we facilitate the rise of a noble house, it will allow us much greater opportunity in the future.
I see the advantage in that.
Yeah. That is actually a good point.
All right.
This is by far the least dangerous thing that we have been asked to do so far as a unit.
New characters, I'm guessing?
Okay.
All right. 1 coin apiece sounds acceptable? Doesn't sound like she has more, to be honest.
I mean, if she doesn't have more.
tolerable.
You
Yeah.
you can, whenever they're offering coin, don't forget that you guys can sway if you'd like. You could try to coerce them. You could try to bargain with them. She doesn't look like she has a lot to give. But if you want to like dig in and try to take more and as much as you can, feel free to go ahead and roll.
I will attempt to sway her when we get back for a little bit more coin. It's just in Grimalkin's nature.
I think it is.
Yeah. All right, so shall we go back and speak with her?
Yes.
Yes.
We come back out.
You decided.
She is standing again by the fire, warming her hands.
Upon further consideration, it is a complex operation. You understand we have to not only poison the food and steal the money, but we have to get members of the press there. And this requires the gracing of a certain number of palms. In order to do that, we need... And I understand that you are limited on funds, but if you have an additional 2 coin that we could use as a group, not per person, just an additional overall 2 coin, that you could help us to grease those palms with, I believe we could make ample accommodation.
And you want to
Sway.
roll?
Yeah.
Yep. Do it up. So this is, I wouldn't even say it's risky because she's desperate. So you're not really risking not doing the job quite yet. If this was someone else, you could be risking their patience.
Yes.
But you are not in this case. So I would say controlled and standard.
She goes, I did not know it would be that complex.
And she looks over to Bartran, her butler, and Bartran goes and shakes his head with like what the fuck face. And she goes,
Bartran is saying no. He is a fickle man. But
one more.
I'm sorry, I cannot. But I promise you, if this goes well for me, I will offer you more jobs in the future for more coin.
So I'm just gonna run with your level 4.
I think that is adequate.
Yes.
Seems fair, I guess.
And perhaps once this is all over, you and I could have dinner at your restaurant.
Oh, I would like that.
I would like
Yes.
to make a consort roll in order to... I am trying to ingratiate myself with a possible noble patron
oh,
in
I
a
see.
romantic sort of way. in
Oh,
order
I see.
to-
You're more than just being polite and noble friendly. You
Yes.
are trying to actually actively flirt with her.
Yes,
Give me them digits.
Dig it. Okay, do it up.
because if we do this well and she grows in power, being on the inside of that... I didn't mean it like that, but... Yeah.
Really getting in there.
Yeah. A controlled standard, risky standard,
Risky.
desperate, risky
Risk-
standard.
I wouldn't say-
Interesting.
I feel like when it comes to matters of the heart, Grimalkin's never desperate.
No, that is factual.
So
I got a 5.
mixed success.
Yeah.
She looks at you. The coy sort of like timid kind of approach she's had gives way to you see a clever sharpness in those eyes
Yay!
as she picks up on what you're doing, but she doesn't dislike it. And
That's
she-
even better.
Perhaps we can discuss this after the job. Perhaps we can discuss future endeavors over maybe just a coffee.
My heart flutters at the thought.
And she kind of smiles.
Was there anything else?
No, I believe we are well prepared for the next steps in this operation. We will report back once we are finished.
Excellent. Excellent. Bartran, be sure to show them out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Bartran leads you out of the house. And I think we will take a break. Yeah, I was about to do it. I think we will take a break there, 5-minute break, and then we will reconvene for the job.
All right.
Alrighty, gang.
All right. We'll be right back after these amazing messages brought to you by... There's no messages, but we have a bunch of Patreon thanking. So thank you to our amazing patrons for being so awesome. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're coming back. Okay, we're coming back. Come back. And we're back. Hello, everyone. We're back.
Hello.
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 Everybody.
Hello.
Right before our break, our team decided to do a job for a noble woman of a failing noble house. She has hired the team to go and sabotage a restaurant. And that's, you turn this from a robbery job into essentially a sabotage job, where you could also still rob them if you please, which fits more the style of your group anyway, which is good. So the requirements are make this restaurant look like shit, and make sure that the press knows about it. So essentially ruin its reputation, ruin its credentials, and ensure that people go and eat at the Venture instead of the Deluxe, which is the Target. So then, with our job in mind, did you guys want to do the prep, info gathering and shit like that?
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, cool. How are you doing so? And what are aspects of it are you looking at?
So thinking about our group, I think we have a couple of really good options in front of us. First, obviously we can haunt the place, and that would be hilarious.
It actually might not be too effective.
Why is that?
This is a world where people are not comfortable,
What
but
would
used to ghosts.
in a high-class fine dining establishment, having come from that world,
Ghosts
what do you
a
say?
no-go in a restaurant. Now,
Yeah.
if you were to, let's say, go to a noble's party and introduce a ghost, then Sparrow might be a little bit more correct. But an establishment, a public establishment like this, because in a private party, they might think it's part of the theatrics. Like, oh, this is great. They're like that. But in
Yes.
a restaurant like this, there's no fucking way they're just going to assume that a ghost is a good thing. It's almost like finding
what I'm saying is they're gonna hire an exterminator.
Do we
or
care?
seeing as how
Yeah.
they may have defenses against it because this is Brightstone and everything is basically a little bit more defended here.
Yes. So it wasn't the only part of the plan, by the way. It was just one of the things we can try based on the strengths that we have within our group. The second is obviously finding ways to poison the soup, for lack of a better term. Perhaps one of you have contacts within the underworld that can allow us to obtain some items that would sour the chicken.
So, I take canning exists in this time, I believe.
Mhm.
I take out a can and a can opener, pop it, and say we can do the job tomorrow. It's
I don't.
bad crab.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. That works.
Pretty fucking brutal, actually.
Yeah.
they're gonna be fucked for a few hours, but they're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Unless they're allergic to crab.
I can definitely put a bug in a few ears about a master chef coming to the restaurant tomorrow evening. That would absolutely mean that some press would show up for that. And as for the robbery bit, well, I believe Sparrow, you'd be the best at that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So,
All right.
our point of attack is... What's our point of attack that we're developing?
Threefold, I do believe. It depends on what you mean by point of attack. I believe Scarlet should be able to masquerade as a wait person, and be the one. Do you believe you would be well equipped to silently? Sorry, something happened on my browser, and it was weird. Do you believe you would be able to insinuate yourself as waitstaff, and be the one to secretly slip the naughty bits into the food?
It's a little outside of my realm of expertise, but I'd be willing to certainly try.
I like the gumption. I'm not sure who else would do it, because it feels like Ebony should probably be dealing on ghost detail, Sparrow should probably be doing thievery detail, and I'll probably be on the floor with the press. Making sure that people eat things, and that things go bad, they go really bad.
Can we get Scarlet in the kitchen?
I believe. What?
I am fairly decent at sneaking around. I don't think I could get into the kitchen. That isn't too much of an issue, I believe.
Well, then why don't we do that instead of going through all the trouble of trying to get you hired? Sparrow and Scarlet, you will be infiltration, in charge of thievery and food poisoning. Ebony will be on scare the crap out of everyone detail, and I will be on make sure the right people are in the right place to throw up.
Don't scare them until after they've eaten.
Yes. Yes, it should be
Indeed.
the exclamation point of the dinner. That is brilliant, Sparrow.
I mean, it's just timing.
Look, take a compliment, damn it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does this jive?
Yeah, I know. That'd be something that they should tell you. Right?
Seems like it would work for me. Everybody
Let
else?
me open it up, because if we're doing
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, then, team. You have a plan set. At least we have locations of where everybody would like to go. Yes, Thra?
As part of my weaving the web, I would like to make a gather information roll with Consort.
Yes, very good. Now, from what I was reading, the way gather information works is after you roll, you can ask me like questions about it. I mean, I'll probably give you like the gist, you know what I mean? And then if there's something specific, oh, Kevin has to step away for a second. If there's anything specific that you want to know right now, I can.
Okay, position?
I would say controlled because you're just gathering intel, and this isn't like it's a restaurant. So controlled and great.
Wow, okay. Great. And I get an extra die on this, which is sweet.
Mhm.
And that's a 6.
Nice. So here's what I can throw to you. There is security, but very light. There's basically like a doorman and a guy inside that is mostly just for presence.
Yes.
Again, to make the nobles feel comfortable. You do know that blue coat response time in Brightstone is pretty good. So if it gets loud, it's going to get loud and they're going to come pretty fast. So the plan that you have in place right now is optimal to avoid that because everyone's going to get sick. That doesn't bring blue coats, but the ghost will, you know what I mean? Or the scaring the shit out of people or burning the place, whatever you guys want to do.
Yes.
That will bring them and they will come fast and you need to fuck off really quick.
Yes.
But if everything goes according to plan, you're good. Another thing you noticed, infiltration-wise, easy peasy.
All right.
They're large, beautiful windows on the sides, but there are 2 doors to in the back, one leading to the kitchen, one leading to sort of like a storage area that also leads into the kitchen. It's a very sort of porous kind of place. The front door, obviously, it's like 2 big double doors that open. The restaurant itself is quite large. It is all 1 story. There is no second story, so it's all 1 floor. But the ceiling has like large, it's high ceiling, large, beautiful chandeliers, and good like access from the roof as well for Sparrow. Now, is there anything specific you want to ask me?
Yes. In
Yes.
terms of the back office security, that feels like the most important thing. And how much kitchen staff are we dealing with?
Okay, so quite a bit of hustle and bustle, but they're all wearing the same outfit. So, and they don't seem to pay much mind to each other. It looks like they don't all know each other super well and that there's often a change of hand. If somebody spills a drink, absolutely not, out, replace him. You know what I mean? So there are replacements all the time when someone fucks up. So it's a good, that's a good in to get people in without getting hired, is you could just walk in and pretend you're new. But there are a lot of them. So like
right now, I'm
one
deadly.
knife is a no-go.
Yeah.
But as far as security, no. But there is the manager of the whole restaurant tends to swing by the back area quite a lot. And usually he's standing at the front to like welcome. And he kind of likes to hustle and bustle and put his nose up people's asses while he walks around because they're all noble. But he will swing by pretty often, check on the food, like how's it going? How is this? He's a little bit anal about that, but not too bad. He doesn't do it every time.
If I may.
Yes.
One very random question.
Yes.
Does the maitre d', the front of house man who checks everything out, the manager, does he carry a drink with him?
I would say I would say yes, because he's with nobles and he's like bringing a comfortable atmosphere and a fun atmosphere. Sometimes he will. Yeah, when
So-
he's out on the floor, but he tends to put it down, and like when he's in the back talking to people, he doesn't have it in his hand because it's all business. But once he goes out there, he's all fun.
Okay, so what I would like to do then, as we go into this, I just want to state my intent that when he goes back for a moment, that I would just like to know so that I could slip a sleep draft into his drink.
Okay, yeah. We can look at like the opportune time, and
Yeah, because I'll forget otherwise if I don't tell you now. So I figure I should. Just
that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully, I remember also.
Yeah.
So.
With them all wearing the same outfit, is it something that's easy to obtain, like black slacks, white shirt, sort of a thing?
For you guys, yeah.
Okay.
That can be like your info gathering is like you getting your uniform for like, all right, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Pretty spacious. You can keep weapons in it if you want, because it's like a chef kind of outfit, so baggy.
You're expected to have a knife on you?
All this other crap.
Yeah, it's okay to have a knife. Were you gonna say something, Ken?
I was having half a thought, but we can do it as a flashback if we need it.
Okay, all right. Then is there any other info gathering you guys wanted to do before we head in here?
Shift.
Oh,
Actually, could I possibly do a roll to see like what time would be like a shift change, per chance? That way I could slip in.
Yeah. Yes.
Probably gonna go.
Well,
Uh,
the servers would be there all night.
And get a.
She means
Well, at the beginning, when they're switching, like when I can slip in without bringing more attention to myself.
what are you gonna roll? Survey?
I was gonna say either survey or
No.
yeah, I don't know if I can argue study. So
Okay.
yeah.
Depending on your roll, I might give you a little more too. Go ahead.
Get to work on
All
the whole new
right. Position controlled or risky?
amazing.
Controlled. Controlled and standard. 4. Okay, that's mixed success, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
yeah.
So, not so much shift change, but they take breaks, and sometimes there seems to be a woman who takes a break. Her hair is similar to yours. Her size and build is similar to yours, and there is a dumpster right there. So the assassin part of your brain is like, oh, just kill her and throw her in the dumpster. But you're like, oh wait, can't kill anybody. Knock her out and throw her in the dumpster. Could be a viable plan if you'd like. You could just take her outfit, head right in there. You're good to go. You are now her. Not really sure what her job is there, but she looks like she's busy and overworked. So she looks like she must be handling a lot of stuff. Again, from your survey roll. I would also say that something that you notice is that that two of the staff, that one of the staff, one of the cooks, and one of the security are like arguing. One of the security is a female, the one who stands inside the room, and she's arguing with one of the,
We gotta get it.
and it looks very personal. Like there could be an in there if you wanted to make something up, or I could make it up. You know what I mean? Like I'm just giving you things to play with, but yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, ready to roll?
Engagement roll? Is that what it is?
yes.
Yes.
All right. So for the
Missions. Let's do it.
yes. So we start with 2 dice because I give us 1 for my engagement thing due to weaving the web.
Awesome.
And then, is this option particularly bold or daring? Take a +1. Or is it too complex? Take a -1.
Walked right over me.
I would say bold because you're in Brightstone.
I wouldn't say too complex because give people bad crab is.
It's not complex at all.
Not
No.
complex. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you the thing because it's like you guys are pulling a job in Brightstone. That in and of itself is like, ooh.
You little bastard behind me.
What you're
All
doing.
right. So that's 3. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability? Take 1 die. Or are they very strong against this approach? -1 die.
No. I'd say make that a wash.
Okay.
Make that a wash.
Can any of our friends or contacts provide aid or insight on the operation? Take a +1 die.
I don't have any people that can.
So,
No.
I have a contact, Drusilla, who's a wealthy noblewoman. Perhaps I could urge her to invite some friends she really doesn't like
Yes. Fuck
to dinner.
Yes. Yes.
To increase the number of people here and just warn her not to eat the crap.
And you make sure that these people are bossy as hell.
Yes. Just
Yes.
horrible. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I fucking love. All right, definitely an extra thing for that.
Yes. And then wildcard stuff. Is there any other reason we should add or reduce dice here?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Yeah, nah.
Okay.
No.
No, because
So-
the journalism is part of the job. So
Yes,
Okay.
the journalists are part of the job. So that's 4 dice on the engagement roll. I'm not rolling it because we know what happens when I roll engagement rolls. Bad
Okay,
things.
so-
Not it.
Not it.
do I roll this?
Scarlet should roll it because she was the one who did not say not it, and it should be on us.
Scarlet, be ready to kill your whole team. We can't hear you because you're muted.
Okay, now I'm not muted. Okay, so where do I go for engagement roll? I don't.
It's on the crew
right?
sheet. Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
Yes, so it's underneath like layer and training and cohorts.
Oh, that whole square.
Yeah, so like it says shadows, then crew upgrades, then like layer quality, training cohorts, roll engagement.
Oh, there it is. It's grayed out a little.
Wait, I'm blind.
So you see the big black where it says shadows,
Yeah.
and then below that is a gray box that says crew upgrades,
Mm-hmm.
and then below that is a white box that says a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, layer quality, all that. Roll engagement. Ha.
Yeah.
Number of dice is 4, right? I'm gonna kill us all.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed
Big
results.
success. So that basically means that like you're in the middle of the job and you gotta handle some shit. So here's where I think you would all be essentially. You have all made it in so far. Kay, did you choose to knock out the person and steal her outfit, or would you rather and assume her identity, or would you rather?
Yep. That's
Okay.
exactly what I did.
All right, your name is now Karen.
Of course it is.
Called Karen, and you,
Correct.
how did you do this? Like, I imagine we jump cut to like all you guys doing shit to like get into the spot that you're in. What's your little thing?
Scarlett's basically just gonna kind of wait until the woman goes on one of her breaks, quietly slip out from behind the shadows, and she found a piece of wood, just debris in an alley, and she just whacks right in the head. Tosses her in the dumpster after taking her clothes. It's fine.
Now, are you hitting her hard enough to kill her?
No. No.
All right. I'm gonna
Mildly concussed, maybe?
because the fortune roll was only half bad. I'm not gonna make you roll to accidentally kill her. So
Okay.
right now you got her.
Boy, the beginning.
And even
Alright.
with violence, I'm gonna start making you roll to see if you actually kill somebody. But this is your first thing. Whack! And she and you're able to catch her and like, all right, get into her outfit and throw her into the dumpster. That's closed and good. Just as you walk past in your new outfit, one of the waiters comes out with some garbage, and you notice that he's checking you out and doesn't watch where he throws the dumpster. And you're kind of like, and she gets hit again and goes in again, and now she's unconscious. Nuts. And he's like, and he just goes and picks up more trash. So you are able to get into the kitchen. Where's everybody else? Let's go to where is Sparrow? How's Sparrow?
Sparrow's probably being someone's worst waiter ever.
So you're sitting there like half listening to them?
I'm like, you want it rare?
No, I said that I wanted it medium.
Medium rare.
No, I don't want it medium rare, please. I just want it medium. My tummy can't take all the blood.
Ugh.
Oh, why would you make that noise at me?
Why would you say that to another human?
Excuse me, do you have any idea who I am?
Yeah, sure.
I'm very important.
I believe no.
I'll have your job. Go get me a water.
I leave the table. But yeah, I'm being like the worst waiter. Not even intentionally trying to make someone have a bad experience. Just a job Sparrow would be terrible at.
A rude, miserable person. I know, they're the worst. So, you're just walking away. Where is Ebony?
Ebony is probably either across the street or behind the restaurant.
Okay.
So they can send in a ghost when they're ready to.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're sitting there, kind of in the back of the restaurant, and you watched the whole exchange with Kay bashing the lady in the back of the head, throwing her in. You watched the whole thing happen. So you're like, huh. And you're chilling. We can get to you in a minute and see if you want to do something. And then, what is Grimulkin doing in his position?
I believe Grimulkin is walking in with the press as the assistant to Chef Lapierre. The great visiting chef from far-off lands who is here to show us amazing culinary delights. And we'll be like, yes, the chef's crab specifically, my friends, is some of the best prepared food that you will ever eat in your entire lives. Come, let's take a seat.
Okay, very good. And you're just selling it. Like they're eating it up. They're like, oh, and the nobles, always excited to see something new, are doing it. And you almost have like a small crowd in front of you. The manager, who doesn't totally seem to understand what's going on, loves it.
Yeah.
Is all about it, not asking too many questions because he takes any publicity. And he's like, yes. And he seems to actually, after you're done speaking, he kind of throws his arm around you and is like, of course, come in, try the crab, try the chicken, try everything you can. Our restaurant is superb. Only the best here at the Deluxe. Hence the name Deluxe. When you think fine dining, you will think the Deluxe. Am I right, my friend? And he looks
Absolutely. And aren't you so excited by the chef tonight? Isn't he just a vision?
I am. I haven't even seen him yet. I've just been so all over the place, but I must introduce myself to him. Absolutely. But this is fantastic. Everyone, enjoy. And you can see a crowd of people, and in the back, you see Drusilla kind of like, oh, yes. And she's in like, ready for a fine night at the town. She nods to you and goes, would you look at the time? Silly me. I'm not supposed to be here at all. I have a previous engagement. And she's speaking to one of her friends, and she goes, do try the crab, dear. I hear it's divine. And they're like, oh, of course we will. What a nasty, awful woman. Yes, I'm gonna hate that one. And she walks away just like,
what a nasty, awful woman.
And walks out. Nobles. So the trap is set. Now we have yet to poison the food. I would say, because that might be fun to do in game. And the manager mentioned something about meeting the chef. He's excited to meet him. However, yes.
Okay. Sorry. I know what I'm going to do for that. So please continue.
Okay. I was going to say, Ebony, does Ebony want to do anything aside from raise a ghost? Was there anything you wanted to do in this moment? You can look at ghost echoes. You can try to basically get in touch with sort of another realm. The ghost field is your thing, and it's essentially like another frequency to the world that you can kind of tap into that can open up extra other sort of weaknesses or information that it can give you. Was there anything you wanted to do of that nature?
Sure. I can go ahead into this place.
Okay. So you want to try to touch into the ghost echoes to see if you can find anything?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Very well. Then go ahead and do so. That would probably be a tune, I would assume, unless you had something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Go right ahead and let's see what kind of juicy nuggets you get. I would say it's risky because it's always risky to tap into the ghost field, but great effect.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess.
All right. Okay. So you
tap into it, and I assume you're just sort of like in a back sort of area, kind of your back against another building. Do you sit down and do your whole meditation thing like you like to do?
Sort of.
Okay.
She can meditate with her eyes open, so
Oh, creepy. So you're just staring forwards with the black eyes, and as someone walks by with a torchlight, there's a slight blue kind of sheen to your eyes as they go over. And as you do, you see the world kind of like flow before you, and you can see the ghost field kind of enmesh with this, and you're tapping into it, and you can see echoes of people walking. You can kind of open your mind to what used to be here. And as you kind of look around, you spot what appears to be an echo of an event. They're not ghosts. You're not watching ghosts do this. They're echoes. They're people that used to be there. But it looks like two people fighting. Looks like one man and another man. It looks like a man dressed as like one of the kitchen staff, and it looks like another man who looks like a younger version of the dinner guy. Oh my god, I can't think of the word. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the boss of the restaurant. And it seems like they're in like a heated argument, and it seems like they kind of are arguing and yelling. And the cook has like a knife, and he throws it on the ground, and he pushes the other guy, and he points a finger at him. He starts walking away, and you see the other guy kind of panic, and he picks up the knife, and he runs over, and he starts stabbing the cook in the back, and stabs him, and then he stands up and he starts panicking, and he takes him and he starts dragging the body towards what appears to be a small sort of garden area. Not too far off, where they have outside dining. Right now they don't, because it might be like a little bit misty of a night, but he's dragging him towards that garden area, and then you're out. We get a pretty good lead of where you might be able to find a pissed off ghost with a vendetta. And vendettas are like what the ghosts are all about. That's like their whole fucking thing. It's like, fuck that guy. That's like what they seem to be digging. So you have a good opportunity for that. Now then, was there a heart drop? What was that?
Oh, I was hearting Strider Winters for giving 500 bits for advantage for moi. For
nice.
This right here.
Reroll.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So then,
They even gave us,
who wants to poison the food?
or is that because
I'm the one in the kitchen, so.
Okay. So do you want to try to poison this food?
Actually, wait. No, Sparrow's been coming in and out, right?
Yeah, I'm the waiter. I'm
Sparrow,
a waiter.
Waiter, you're a cook, which is a pretty good cook combo.
Yeah, Sparrow. Actually, Sparrow might be better to do it.
Okay.
In all honesty.
Yeah, I can, as they're plating it, like, slip some shit on there.
Yeah.
Now, it's probably, let's say, because you said it's old crab, right?
Yes.
Let's say that there's like a big crab dip that like everybody wants to eat. There's probably like a big pot, right? If you guys want, you could try to get like a whole bunch of it in there, or you could do the individual plates. If you wanted to pick and choose the targets, you'd probably get less by doing individual plates. You'd get the whole restaurant if you do this big pot.
I think doing the big pot would be less effective
Okay.
because it would then get cooked.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
Unless it's pre-made. I don't.
You literally just asked for extra homework. He was gonna give it to us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
thinking
yeah, I'll put it in the pot.
Hitman rules, like from the game Hitman, where if you see a big pot and you put a bunch of poison in it, everybody dies. And that's what I'm thinking. Except instead of dying, everybody's puking and shitting themselves for the next 2 days. And that's pretty much it.
All right, I will finesse my way over. I would say if Scarlet wants to spend a stress to assist me, I could get an extra die on it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
All right.
How are you going to assist me, though?
I am.
There's
I'm
a
gonna-
lot of hustle and bustle in this kitchen. There's a lot of people. So that the odds of getting spotted are pretty high. Trying to
I'm going to try to cause a distraction. I would imagine there's like a stack of plates or something. And she's just going to quote unquote accidentally knock over an entire stack
All
to
right.
bring attention
Everyone always looks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to roll my finesse +1. Good.
Does she do so as theatrically as she did in the haunted house that you guys made? Like, oh no!
She's gonna basically just like make herself look busy, look like she's trying to find something, and go to grab a plate, and just as she goes to turn, pushes on the pot, like on the pile, like oh shit, oops.
I'll tell you what.
All right, so then yeah, you get the +1, Sparrow.
Hey, I can
Risky
train-
standard or
I
risky?
would say risky standard, yeah.
All right. I get 1 bonus die. 5.
Okay.
Partial success.
So
Or success with consequences.
yes, so as you are doing this, I'm gonna say that when you slam the plates over, you're like, oh no, and it like boom, lands like a big fat stack of plates. It gets destroyed, and one of the waiters goes, "What the fuck?" And as you just as you crack open your can of dirty crab and throw it into the pot, right? And as you do so, you whip it away. However, this clatter and destruction brings the attention of the everybody hears it, like in the whole restaurant. They hear like, "What the fuck?" And so the manager is like, "Oh, sounds like we have a bit of an issue, my friends. I'll be right back." And he makes his way over there. Grimulkin, you notice this as he's hurrying towards.
Yeah, I had a flashback for this.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Knowing that there isn't actually a chef and having a disguise kit, I would be both the PR guy and the chef.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So you are like running, kicking your shoes off and shit in the bathroom or like in the back, you know what I mean? Do you want to run outside the restaurant and like and then
Yeah,
go
so
back
I
in?
will totally do it that way. My hope was to have kind of chimed in a little bit earlier, but I wanted to let the narrative flow naturally and say that I was going to take my leave from the reporters and go, oh, I'm going to go talk to the chef just to make sure everything's going well, and whoosh, go around back and be the chef.
So I'm gonna say there's probably, like I said, this place is pretty porous. There's probably like a side door that's used for like, you know, quick exits and entrances, but nobody's really using it right now, that you slip right out of, shut the door, and you go right to where like the dumpsters were, where Kay had already knocked someone out and thrown them in. This is like your business area that you so Ebony, as you kind of walk and investigate this intriguing ghost mystery, you see Grimulkin running as he's ripping his clothes off, and probably stashed behind the dumpster is this elaborate chef outfit, I would assume.
It's actually super simple, right? I will have come in wearing black pants, a suit coat, right? And so I would just take off my jacket, I'd put on the suit coat, I'd add a couple of prosthetics in my mouth to make my cheeks and jaw look different, right? And then I'd put on the chef hat and like take off my glasses, right? Because that's all it needs to be. You just need to feel like you're different.
And that's perfectly fine. And this manager doesn't give a shit enough about people to notice the you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you see Grimulkin throwing his shit off, because you have like 30 seconds to get there by the time, and you see him like shoving shit in his mouth as he's like, and you are able to like, you kick the kitchen door open and you walk in.
All right.
You two, as you guys are in the kitchen, the door opens up, and the door from inside the restaurant, and you see the manager walk in. He goes and he puts the drink out and goes, "What the fuck is going on?" And
slam! All right, who the fuck dropped my dishes? This isn't that kind of restaurant. While I'm here, you will be fucking professionals.
Scarlett's just gonna slowly just be like, I'm sorry, I'm new, I didn't know.
I'm so sorry about this, Mr. Manager. These people are incompetent, and if you want, we can fire them after tonight's dinner, but it's critical that this goes off well. And I'll put my arm around him, and as I do, you said he set his drink down.
He set his drink down. Yes, he did. Yeah, I did say that.
Uh-huh. Here.
He was too engrossed in you, but like, if you wanna roll the
Yes.
would you say that that's consort, or would you say that it's?
I would
I
say
would-
it's consort.
I would
And-
say that's too, you're distracting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Risky or desperate?
Risky.
Love it.
Risky. Yeah. Risky. Great effect.
Nice. It's a bit. I got a 4.
Quick success.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a reroll.
Okay, do it up.
This reroll brought to you by Michelle Ely. The next one will be brought to you by Strider Winters.
This is from Michelle.
Yes,
We play riffs with her.
Yes.
indeed.
Cool.
There's the 6.
Nice.
There's-
Perfect.
There
it
you
is.
go.
As you do, he's like, "Huh, well, it is a pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome to my establishment."
Absolutely. Have a drink, calm your nerves. Everything will be just fine. And
I
then
think I will.
let's go outside and talk business.
Very well. Let's do. Is this going to be all right without your attention?
Yes, I trust my cooks quite well. It's the serving staff that's a bit of imbeciles, if you know what I mean.
I am terribly sorry. They will all be replaced by end of day. And you see a couple of them go, what the fuck?
Scarlett's gonna kind of shrug towards the others and just be
Just
like,
getting
sorry,
like,
sorry.
hey, nice job, Karen. Anyway. Ebony.
As the matron. Oh, sorry.
Yes? What were you going to do?
He goes past. I want his keys.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's brilliant.
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, risky. And I guess great, because you'll get his keys, and it'll be the keys to the whole place. That is smart. You're also going to rob it. Okay, clever.
Yeah.
Clever. My clever little scoundrels.
I got a 6.
Nice.
Hey!
As you dripped the shit into his drink, you saw Sparrow reach in. How did you do it, Sparrow? Actually,
After he says that thing about the waiters,
okay,
start
that's-
walking him out, I holding the towel over the arm, as is standard. I bump into him and just do a classic bump and lift.
Do you see what I mean? Ridiculous! They don't even recognize the fucking manager when he's walking around.
I know, it's so horrible. It's so hard to get good work these days, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I 100% agree. Let us go convene with people of our status.
Yes, actually, let's step outside. I have a business proposal for you, and I feel like doing it around the quality.
Oh, you wanted to go outside with him?
Yes, I want to
do.
take him right by the dumpster so that when he passes out, I just push him in on top of his other person there. Yeah.
Okay, so he ooh, I like it. My head is swimming with the possibilities. And he
Excellent.
stops a
I'm
little-
sure it is.
And you walk him out. Ebony,
Yes.
you don't need to investigate this. I threw it here because I thought it would be fun. But you can feel free to bring a ghost out on your own if you'd like. But not people haven't eaten the crab just yet. But what would you like to do?
I will go ahead and investigate.
Okay. So you get to this little garden area, and as you kind of look around, you see that it's like, again, it's sort of a misty sort of night. So people aren't really out. Everyone's hair would get ruined because it's sort of summer. It's a little humid. And as you kind of look around this little garden area, it's a beautiful little area. Lots of like tables and this very lush garden of fruits and vegetables and shit growing around. It's beautiful. But this is definitely where he dragged the body. What were you going to do to try to investigate?
Very good question. Would I be able to tell if there's any, like, dirt that's been disturbed?
I'll tell you what. If you want to, is your study pretty good?
Yeah.
If you want to roll a study for me, I think that would be a cool roll for this. And study the environment and the plants and the things that are in the area, and it could kind of coincide with what you're doing. I think that's my suggestion. But if you have another, do your own.
No, I like it.
Okay.
Position.
Controlled still for you, and controlled great.
Okay.
Big success. So you start looking at these plants, and you notice that some of the plants, they're growing well, they're growing nice. Some of them are growing strangely. And as you go over to it, you notice like there's something off about this. It's not the plants, it's what's in it. And you open up one of the bushes, and inside you see this small flower that is glowing, a very soft blue. Now, this sort of luminescence is something that is prized among like nobles of the city and stuff like that, and it can be artificially done. It's essentially infusing. I can't remember the actual word for it. What the game calls it, but I just call it like this fluorescence. But it's this sort of like energy that they put into, and they mix it with plants, and they mix it with things like that, and it can help nearby. Can sort of give like life to like nearby things. It helps things grow more vibrantly. But they themselves are like, you can't eat the flower; it's like poisonous. But it helps all the nearby plants grow like more rich, and it has some sort of ties to spiritual shit, supernatural shit, as far as I remember, if I'm getting the lore correct. But you see this small flower growing and glowing, and you get a sneaking suspicion that that is where the body may be.
All right.
So you have a location for where this man may rest under this flower. What would you like to do?
I'm going to wait.
For the opportune time?
Uh-huh.
Okay, very well. So then, yes, did you have something?
Yes, when he passes out, I would like to, because this is twofold. I would like to ensure, because I don't know that Karen's in the dumpster yet. When I open the dumpster to put him in, I see Karen in there, and I'd like to go, oh, and I would like to put them in a compromising position. And then, at the right time, go back to my normal self and bring one of the press out just for a conversation about how they're enjoying the food so far. And then they see that, yes.
Very good. Very good. So as you're still speaking to him, you're opening the thing, like preparing, like, yeah. 'Cause he's like, and as you open it, you're, shit. like, damn it. You know, like, freaking Scarlet. And she's completely unconscious. So it isn't long before he goes, and I'll tell you what, another thing about, do you taste purple? And he just falls to the floor. And you can easily just throw him in there. Do you want to like take his pants off or something?
Oh yeah, no, they're both going to be stark naked.
Well, the other one already is. She's just in her.
Oh,
in her
that's right. You already stark naked in her. Yeah.
Her underclothes.
Yeah.
And so you take off all of his clothes.
Yes.
Again, Ebony, as you are sitting there investigating this, like looking over this plant, we see over Ebony's shoulder, and we see Gromolkin ripping the pants off of the man and just fucking throwing them in the sort of characteristic, but sometimes uncanny violence that Gromolkin is capable of. Just like, come on! You throw his fucking shoes, and you're able to get him in as the body just lifelessly slams into the dumpster. Very, very good.
So last question on this, does he have any money on him that's worth taking? Does he have anything worth taking? You know how I roll?
Just, you know what? Just roll a d6 for me. We'll decide. We'll let fate decide it. Just roll a d6.
Okay, I will roll a fortune die.
Yep. 4 and up, he has something. 3 and down, he does not. We'll do it that way.
No.
He does not. He's not carrying it with him at the time. He did have his keys, but they were taken and already taken care of.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Oh, well.
So,
That was
Scarlet, they start coming in to take plates, to take out this crab dip. They're serving in this massive, like, beautiful bowls that people can come and take as they wish freely. And they begin to take it. So the food is dispersed, and people begin to eat it. It has begun. No one has gotten sick yet, but it has begun. Grimulkin, you said that you were bringing out some of the press to come and talk to. Do you want to wait?
Just the one.
Okay, so you
because the
bring one
rest
out
need
and
to get sick and throw up.
Okay, are you still in your chef outfit, or are you in the other one now?
No, I think I do it in the chef outfit because it'd be like, do you want to come back and see the glory that is my kitchen?
Yes. Okay. Very good. So you have a journalist with you personally. You can have them in any position you want at the right time, I would say.
Okay, sweet.
You know what's going on. So they're releasing the food. Was there anything extra you wanted to do in this kitchen while you're in it, Scarlet?
No, not really.
You're playing it cool, playing it safe?
Yeah. I mean, she is gonna just kind of subtly check her pockets at some point to see if there's money in there, but otherwise, no.
Roll d6.
All right.
And we'll go to Sparrow to see what Sparrow's doing.
Oh wait.
You rolled 2d6. Just roll 1d6.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this.
You know what? I'll take the 5.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. You find 1 coin's worth of money in there.
All right, cool.
Hey-o.
That's mine now.
Shit. She was saving this for something. Yours now.
Yep.
So, Sparrow, what are you doing as the crab is being dispensed, as people begin to eat it?
I'm just going to walk into the office.
Okay. You walk in the office. The manager's no longer an issue. There is the security.
Oh, okay. I forgot about the security person.
Yeah, so if you want, you could try to sneak in their past security, but they're probably near the office, I would assume. Do you have, might be more interesting if you have to work a way around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say they're standing like right there. And it's just the woman that Scarlet saw arguing with one of the staff before, just sitting there. She seems pissed, like kind of a little, her attention's a little off. But still looking around.
This is Kevin taking a big swing.
Okay.
Yes.
A big swing. Swing away, Kevin.
He says he's gonna fire you.
You're just walking up and saying this to her?
Wanna go take a shit on his desk?
Hang on. I can give you an assist with this.
I fucking love it.
This is brilliant, and I want to assist you. Knowing that there was going to be guards and that we'd have to get past them some way, I could have sussed out that maybe we would have to convince one of them to help us somehow. And you were like, well, what if we say they were going to get fired or whatever, right? And so I make sure that you have a pink slip available, and I'll take the stress for it so that you can prove it.
Ooh. I like that.
Oh, I don't need to take a stress, actually. I can just do it because spider.
Because of your power. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a spider power?
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. So she looks at you and goes, "What? Who the fuck are you?"
He handed me this to give to you because he didn't want to see your face.
You're fucking kidding me?
I think he's in the main restaurant.
Yeah, I do want to go take a shit on his desk. And she takes out her own pair of keys and opens it and just goes in and leaves the door open.
Actually, I go, fuck. And I follow her in.
Oh, look at she's going in.
Yeah.
She goes in and she just starts trashing the place. Fucking fire me, you cocksucking son of a bitch! God, fuck you! And just starts destroying it and is making a bit of noise, but you shut the door. But like,
I help.
Okay, you guys start. That actually kind of like she finds it humorous and calms her down a little bit. Like, like kind of talking to you. She goes, So what are you, Hagen?
I'm about to get fired too.
Oh shit! Oh, fuck him. You know, I know he's got a stake around here somewhere.
Well, let's see where. Would you like me to roll a survey, and can I have an extra die for her?
Yes, because she is assisting you.
Okay. Yeah. Risky standard.
What an interesting turn of events. Yeah. Risky, great, I would say.
All right. And I get 1 bonus die for a total of 2.
Okay.
6.
Oh! Oh shit!
Okay. So here's what you find. You find the safe. As you guys are looking around, the security woman, who's kind of brawny, she's security, she's tough, and she pulls at one of the desk things and just kind of rips it open, like off the lock. She goes, right, there it is. That's what I thought. And she reaches in and like lifts out a safe that's large enough to fit in like one of those fat desk drawers, and she and kind of throws it on the table and goes, yeah, shit, I've got the keys. He carries those on him.
No, that's gonna be tough to get off him.
Come. What do you think?
I think if you go and start yelling at him, you could get the keys off him.
Yeah, fuck it.
What do you got to lose? What's he gonna do? Fire you?
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, I think I will. And she starts walking out the door and just slams it behind her.
Bye. And I just open the safe.
Now here's what you get. You have the key to it. You open it. This is what was going to be in there anyway, and I'm going to give you something extra because you just rolled a critical. You find, as you open it, you find silver and coppers and gold. You find 3 coins worth of money in this safe. Just boom, right there, which is awesome. As you start like, ooh, and like scooping it, I guess, into like a purse or something, or into a bag, whatever you're carrying with you, or into do you have like the little,
the waiter's thing?
You scoop it into your apron next to the notebook, and as you do, you look, there's a piece of paper in the back, and you open up, it's like kind of like a folded up nice scroll. It's in, I would say it's probably in like a tube to protect it, and as you pop it open and open it up, you see that it is the deed to the property that the restaurant is on. It's the property itself. You have essentially the sole ownership of it in this deed, which I know him keeping it here is the dumbest shit ever, but that was a critical, and I think that's a pretty funny one. He doesn't seem like that smart of a man.
Yeah, I will take that, and then I'll suddenly regret that we ruined this place. And instead of just owning it.
You'd always tear it down and build something else.
Or sell it for the coin.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Bam. Yep.
All right, I pocket that in my back pocket separate from the coin.
Okay, very good.
Are there any books? Does he keep books?
What do you mean, like ledgers and things?
Yeah.
Probably just for simply like running the numbers of the actual establishment, how much money it makes, how much money it spends. Yeah, sure. There's like a ledger for that.
I'll grab it.
Okay. A quick glance. It kind of looks like it's on the up and up. Nothing looks too skewed.
But now I know his suppliers.
Okay, yeah. If you wanted to open a restaurant, which I like. Okay, so sure. All right. So you have a ledger, the deed, and 3 coins worth of money total. And
right. I just make for the hills.
You start making your way out. As you do, you exit, and as you exit, you can see the some of the staff sitting there, some of the journalists talking, and one of them is the patrons. And he goes, "Oh, I'm not feeling so well. I think perhaps I should go have a lie down." And one of the other ones goes, "I don't know if I'm feeling too well either myself." Oh, and some of them are kind of looking pale, lipped, a little gaunt. They look like they're starting to get sick. As you're just like making your way out, and the security woman is kind of looking around, confused, looking for the manager. And I would say, Ebony.
Yes.
let's come back to you. Do any of you notify? How do you guys notify each other that it's like time to go? Time to go.
Well, me walking out of the back of the restaurant's a pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, Scarlet would have seen that, so she would have probably slipped out.
Okay. So as as Sparrow walks out, Scarlet, you just drop all the dumb shit that you were doing, like in the middle of like cut it. You're
In my hands, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I heard you now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, whatever's in my hands, just drop and go.
As
I'm
you have-
fired anyway. Fuck it.
Fuck 'em. As you guys make your way out, you see as you walk out, Throck is Grimulkin out there with like
The press guy, yes.
Are you opening the dumpster with a
Yes.
journalist near you?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Well, I imagine it'll be like one of the most interesting things about our process is the way that we actually process the trash. You see, you can actually turn it into mulch that allows you to grow exceptionally succulent sorts of. And then I open it and go, oh my. Well, that was unexpected.
Is this usual?
No, not at all. I mean, I am a visitor here. I certainly hope it isn't.
That is outlandish.
I certainly will never be coming here again. How dare they?
Neither will I. I will tell you, all of Brightstone will hear about this. And as you see the two walking behind you, you know that it's time to biggity bail.
Let them know that the best restaurant that I have ever visited here is actually I just blanked on the name
Venture.
of the lady.
The Venture.
The Venture. And that if they're looking for a
It's right
new
down the
place for...
street.
Yes, it's right across the street. It's a bit undiscovered, but the chef there is excellent. I actually trained him. And, you know... No, wait, I don't say that. Because of the food
Okay.
poisoning. I actually have no connection to the chef there because it's where I go to dine.
Oh, I see.
Indeed.
Well, wherever a master chef goes to dine must be excellent.
It is. Well, I must take my leave for a moment. I have to go check on a new shipment of food coming in for tomorrow's thing. So,
You say that.
yeah.
I don't give a shit to lie anymore. Goodbye.
I really must be off. Fuck off.
So, and Ebony, you watch as everyone begins to leave, and you feel anger rising from this mound that this bush is growing from.
Indeed. And what I am going to do is use compel to bring this particular ghost up and send him forth.
Okay. There's not really a role for that, is there? You just kind of do it, right? Okay. So how do you do this? What do you say? What do you do to bring this angry, vengeful spirit out?
So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to reach for that anger. And I'm just going to pull it up from the ground. And once he is standing before me, I am going to say, feeding time.
What rises from the ground is a man in tattered clothes. Again, this cook's outfit. And as he rises from the dirt, you see the roots of the bush kind of fall away off of him, and this flower that was like growing from his chest rips it away and throws it to the ground. And he just begins to walk and then quickly runs towards the restaurant. And now, as you guys, the journalist has his back turned to this ghost as the journalist is just writing. And the ghost goes, and it stops running and it just begins to like fly. And it crashes through the kitchen door past the journalist. And he's like, oh, dear, what was that? And here's the scene of the inside of the restaurant. Or rather, from the outside of the restaurant. I assume you guys kind of are watching from afar to like make sure that all goes well. So here's what you see. From the outside of the restaurant, you're watching, and at first you start to hear screams, the clattering of plates, the crashing of glass, and the doors blow open, the side ones, the main front ones, as people begin to come screaming out, and you hear as they come running out, you hear the booming voice of this hateful, vengeful ghost, and you hear, "Where is he? Where is the source of my pain? Where is that diabolical man? I will have my revenge." You can't find the manager to kill him because you dumped him into a dumpster. And as the people come rushing out in a panic, you see people going, "Ah, ah," and they all start puking on the street. Some of them are slipping on it as all of these nobles in their noble clothes. And you see that there are journalists running around taking notes. They're puking too. Some of them are just screaming. One of the people runs out and he's just covered in like food, it looks like. And as they're running, you see like plates flying out the windows as this ghost hatred and anger is just exploding in this area as he's looking for the man that he hates so much. And as the people run and vomit and the journalists are notching it all down. I don't know if there's cameras in this world. There weren't cameras of it.
Yeah, there
might
are
be,
cameras.
but not effectively.
Yeah, they would
Would
take
they
They're
be
like
the big like
1860 posy cameras, right? They're not like, yeah.
Okay, we'll
They're
say no for right now.
They're like,
as people are just like, "Ah, ah," and it's just fucking pandemonium. It's madness. It's madness. And because that ghost had a particular person that he wanted dead, he's not killing any of the patrons. He's just like fucking pissed and throwing a temper tantrum and having a big food fight.
I love it.
By the looks of things, it looks like mission fucking accomplished.
I want to lean down and pick up the flower.
I was actually going to do that.
Let's let Ebony do it because Ebony's
Okay.
right by the. So Ebony, as I would say, some of the other team is kind of out. Are you guys all together?
Yeah.
All right. I say you're all together into this garden near the newly rooted out grave, and you reach down and pick up this beautiful little fluorescent flower. Glows this kind of intense blue. It shines light in the general area that it's in the otherwise, pitch black darkness. Well, you're in Brightstone, so it's kind of bright anyway. And as you look at it, the blue of the light shines against the blue and black of your eyes as you just like, oh, it's a nice one. Well done, guys. Now
I
then,
think it's time to leave.
Yes, let's get the fuck out of here.
Definitely time to leave.
as you guys all walk away and you hear the smashing of plates, you see the dumpster door open, and Karen hops out and goes, "Oh my god, I can't fucking believe I did that," and she walks away. As she just bails on the whole situation. Okay. And I think do we want to end it there, you guys think? Or do you guys want to report back to Vasheen? You think we have enough time for Vasheen?
Yeah, we could report back to Vasheen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Lady Vasheen then. So, you guys get back to this not dilapidated, but rundown mansion. And Lady Vasheen is now sitting in
Wait,
kind of
quick note of clarification, Sparrow, did you let us know we have the deed?
I tell you about the deed, yes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I don't want to sell it.
You don't want to sell it.
We can't do anything with it yet.
We could do something in the future, though.
Indeed.
All right. So be it. We do not sell the deed.
Okay. I like that. So, you enter this mansion. Lady Vasheen now is sitting in sort of an outside kind of garden, like tea room, having tea. It's walled in, but it's all windows. It's beautiful. And as she's sitting there, all lit by candlelight in the area, again, that firelight sort of flickering against her. Oh, hello. And how did it go? Were you successful?
Oh, it went smashingly.
Oh, it's very good.
One could say
Definitely
that
recommend checking the paper tomorrow.
you should.
Oh, I will be
I will be looking for that. Yes, yes. Well, I don't know what to say. I cannot believe this is happening.
Well,
This
we
is
are
wonderful.
absolutely. We are here to provide a service, and we are absolutely glad to have done that. So, but I must say, my heart breaks that you are drinking that tea without me.
There is always tomorrow.
Tomorrow, then, is that a promise? Shall we read the papers together?
Bartran, am I doing anything tomorrow? And he is, no. Then tomorrow it is.
Wonderful. I will see you then.
Oh, you all need your payment, yes?
Indeed.
Bartran! and he reaches into his jacket and begins to pull out small satchel after small satchel, one for each of you, 1 coin's worth in your hand.
I say thank you as I take it.
Yeah.
As do I.
Very good.
Thank you kindly, madame.
Yes, of course. I may call upon you all in the future.
If I may have
After-
it. Oh, go ahead.
Of
Sorry.
course. But that's all she wanted to say.
Okay.
After it cools down.
If I may. Certain interests could align in such a way that would allow you to. Were you to have flexible morals, as obviously you do, and I do not judge that, as I do as well. If you were looking to raise more meteorically in the world, perhaps this could be a more permanent relationship.
How do you mean?
Well, you see, you being a noble lady like you are, you need deniable assets in order to make your will be felt across Brightstone and beyond. And we being perfectly aspected for the sorts of jobs that I believe you in the future may want to accomplish, could create a more permanent working situation for both of us.
I think I see what you mean. Now, would this be consort, would you say?
I'd go consort, yeah. Or sway, whatever you think's. It depends on her mood, right?
She's in a very good mood, but still, you did one job. She doesn't know you all that well. You know what I mean? She likes you, but you know what I mean? I would say you could try. You know what I mean?
I think it would be sway then.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Because if she like fully trusted us, then I would say maybe consort. But in this case, you. I'm trying to pull her more towards us.
Yes.
Make a clock.
Right? So risky standard?
I would say for right now, risky limited.
Okay.
You're getting her there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're forming a relationship, pulling her into a world of vice. Excellent. Okay.
And I just give her.
I am new to this. You what?
I just give her all of the charm. I just let it ooze off of me like melted chocolate. People like chocolate, Sparrow. Shut up.
I must admit, Mr. Grimaldon, I am new to this life of crime. Unlike many other nobles in the city, I am actually unfamiliar with this. But I will think on your offer, and I will think on it. And perhaps we can discuss it more over tea.
Indeed. In fact, were you to work with us, it seems like it would be putting you simply on a level playing field, and I am more than happy to oblige. And I give her a wink.
You may be right. You may be right. But for now, let us simply take this victory. Would you all like a drink?
Absolutely.
No.
I have the finest wines. And Bartran, and she has Bartran go and fetch a very fine old bottle of wine. And it is indeed. It's a Jacquemin, year 600, I don't know, fucking whatever the years are in this world. It's old and it's awesome. And she pours you all a glass of wine and goes, "Thank you. Thank you very much for this. And hopefully to building a relationship in the future." And she offers a toast to all of you.
Glass.
You what?
Scarlet will raise glass. Sure, why not?
I raise the glass, but I don't actually drink.
Okay. She drinks it. Anybody else who drinks it, you guys are fine. It's not poisoning you. If that's, I know it's a Sparrow's like,
Yeah.
I've seen this movie. But no, it's just very, she has a taste for wine. She loves wine. So,
Yeah,
So,
I was a little worried about the drink, but clang.
you're going to have tea with her tomorrow. She has full control over that. So yeah. So mission.
On the way out, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, here's his books. This is probably the name and contact information for all the suppliers who will suddenly have openings for your restaurant.
Oh, I did not ask you to do that. That is excellent. Well, thank you so much. That is wonderful.
Bye.
Your name was, oh, okay. You walk away.
That's Sparrow. She doesn't talk
Now-
much.
I have a question because I would have been there for the end of that. Would she have recognized me?
The noblewoman?
Yeah.
She has no idea who you are. Not all nobles know each other. So I would
Okay.
say as you approached, you were probably a little nervous, but she just was like, whatever, you're part of the crew. She gave no indication whatsoever, which might make Ebony feel a little bit more at ease. Like maybe
Yeah.
you're not in as much hot water as you think. And that the people of Dustbowl, this really is a different land. People don't know you. Cool. I like that. I like that added bit. So, with that, you guys make your way back out into the night on to further ventures in the future. Now then, that is our game for the evening. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope everybody watching, I hope you guys had a good time. Ha! And let's go around the room, I guess, right? Do I have to, was there something I missed? Oh, everybody gets 5 XP. Everybody
5?
gets 5 XP.
5?
Fuck it, 5 XP.
Oh.
3. Well, I'm just giving you guys 3 XP, and then Kevin was like, that might be too low. And I'm not working with your guys' character sheets. And you guys were averaging around 4 anyway, 4 or 5 per session. I just want to make sure the even play.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
And you all get 100 guns. No, I'm just kidding.
100. No, you said it's on the sheet now.
100 guns. So
Hey, with that, I can advance in.
I say let's go around the room. Tell us who you are. Tell us where we can find you. And tell us if you think anybody in particular should get an extra XP. And let's start right. I have to pick who we start with.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, let's go.
Start with Crystal.
Hello, I'm Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear on pretty much everything else. This was fun. I think Grimalkin should get the extra XP because he has been just really getting there with all of these jobs.
I do like to get there. It's true.
This man. That's true. He's playing up to it. All right. Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
And let's go with Kevin.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm Bisonic Kevin on the Twitters. You can find me on the Discord. I run the Tuesday, 8 o'clock on this channel, the Rifts game, full of just the most baffling things in the most extraordinary setting.
It's the best.
All right, yeah, and with some fantastic players. And Grimalkin really took the reins. I didn't know about this and steered it well. Steered this quite well. I did like the addition of the ocelot.
Oh,
Yes.
yay.
Though
Oh.
Sparrow is really mad because she can do that too.
They're replacing me with a large, ugly cat.
Sparrow will never like that cat.
That's okay. The cat doesn't have to like you. It just has to like me.
Yeah, true. But I thought that
Ebony
was
is
fun too.
going to love that cat.
That cat's gonna be a smartass. I hope you know.
That'll just make her love it more.
Let-
But yeah,
Oh, sorry, was that?
no, I was saying that, yeah, I think Graham Malkin did a great job.
Cool. Let's go with. Okay.
Hey, I'm Kate, or you can find me, or Undead K, all over interwebs. You can find me at Twitter at K_undead. You can also find me sometimes on the main Welcome to the Party Discord, but also an offshoot play-by post called Adventures at Sea, which is fun, shenanigans, trauma drama pirates. But yeah, as far as who may deserve an extra experience, I would actually say Sparrow. Sparrow kind of brought it today, between reducing the heat and going and just like straight up that critical to find that deed. I mean, now we just have a piece of property that we're sitting on.
Oh, nice. It's a little continuous hit.
In
Yeah.
Brightstone too.
Yeah, in Brightstone, which is a
Yeah,
nice freaking
man.
place.
Fucking raise that thing.
Very cool. And Throck.
Hey, I'm Throck, also known as Sean. I thought that was awesome. I was going to give mine to Scarlett for a couple of reasons. First one was Karen, and
Karen was fun.
then second one was I want to know what the hell's going on with whoever it was you were meeting, and what the deal with that ocelot is, and who are these people, and what happened? Like that whole thing at the beginning was like, wait. Something just random, like, you go meet these people. Do you want to be a part of the insertion? Yeah.
It's the Order of the Lachrymose.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. The Order of the Lachrymose. Right. But I don't know who that is. It just came out of nowhere today. And I thought that was awesome.
Well, with the ritual,
yeah.
I mean, cult.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into some cult stuff. Yay!
sure. That's not terrifying.
That was all her idea.
Yep.
I only come with a little bit of that.
Yeah, no, I loved all of that. And the I thought that whole thing made me go, what is it I don't know about Scarlet? And now I really want to learn it. Right. And I thought that was super cool. But really I'd give it to everyone because I love everyone and everyone did awesome things tonight. So yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. You can find me at Throck Plays on the tweeters. I'm the co-founder here at Welcome to the Party. And, of course, you can find me here on Wednesday nights, on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern. I run our Dungeons & Dragons game, which is currently in Tomb of Annihilation. But once that wraps up, it looks like we're going to be doing a pirate game. And that should be super awesome. And then on Sundays, I run our Legend of the Five Rings game at 1 p.m. Eastern here, which is pretty great if you like samurai and like Chanbara drama stuff. And then, last but not least, I'm in our Rift game with Kevin and Evan. There's no way to pastiche
don't make it
that
a thing.
name.
Don't make
It
it
is
a
not
thing.
Kevin,
My
because then
dad
it's just
is
Kevin.
so I've had to deal with that my whole life. I don't need it again. So awesome. I think then we will give the extra XP to Grimalkin as he got two votes, and I agree. He was on fire today. You guys all kind of kicked ass today, I gotta say. It was very good. Yeah, I am your storyteller. I am Evan. I'm Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. I'm Zombie Love Juice on Instagram and such. And I run this game right now. And then I am playing in the Rift game, as mentioned before. As well as I run a game at my home every weekend, and we put it up on YouTube on the Beyond EMH channel. And I run an evil campaign where my players are the worst fucking people. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I sure did. This was awesome. And who are we rating tonight?
I'm actually looking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any suggestions for who we can bring?
Here's one. I actually found Crit Chicks, which looks to be an all-female D&D game.
Cool. Crit Chicks. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go raid them. I've never met them before, but we're gonna go raid them right now. Hopefully they're not in some way terrible. I cannot vouch for the content we're about to go see, but I'm sure they're amazing human beings. Crit Chicks, I think is what it was called. It's actually called Dice Ministry. The name of the game is Prit Chicks. So it's Dice Ministry, who I just followed. Doink. Doink! And we're going to be off. All right. Everyone, thank you so much. Our next game is, I think, yes, we do have Pokemon tomorrow because it's the every other Thursday. So check that out at 8:30 p.m. Eastern as the Pokebastards continue their march towards the end of their game at the end of this month because it's almost August.
As by Sonic, their enemy,
Yeah.
pulls evil schemes against them.
Yes. All right, everyone, wave and say bye. We're out. We love you. Go give a lot of love to our Rady friends. Bye.
Bye.
Bye 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 bye. Word bye.
Are we out?
Yeah. Oh wait.
We
Yeah.
are out, yeah.